Here. Let's have a look at the vein now where the Colts and Gelding small field cylinder. It's all about Godolphin here. He was terrific running second in a golden slipper. We know. So outside of that, Little Bros, he's very quiet in the market. Soft.
She Light, I Am Unstoppable. Up to the turn, Ouroboros at the 400 metres. Spearheads the field. Led by a length and a quarter. Cracker Rib who cuts the corner. Cylinders nice and close. Then Little Bros to the middle. And I Am Unstoppable trying to soul into the race. Ouroboros at the 250. Cylinders about to amble up on the outside. I Am Unstoppable late with She Light. Still Ouroboros. Cylinder not there yet. Digs in at the 50. Ouroboros. Cylinders diving in. Bobber. Photo finish. Ouroboros or Cylinder. Then I Am Unstoppable, She Light, Little Bros. Here, Ouroboros, Craig Newitt or Cylinder, Blake Shin. Will the low angle tell us anything? Oh, this is so close. And they can look at it many different ways. This is desperate. I can tell you it's so close to a dead heat, it's not funny. Can the judge find a margin? It's a photo finish here between the on favourite Cylinder. And Cylinder's got up. Cylinder has won by such a small margin. It is a split inch in it. But Blake Shin with the treble, trained by James Cummings for Godolphin.
He is the Key Clean PB Lawrence Stakes 1400 metre Group 2 weight for age contest this spring. Mr. Brightside, your call to go back to back and be the first horse to do it for 50 years, Hutch.
Yeah, well... With attrition on top, I like the way he's returned.
On stage, Mr. Brightside. He's now 225. Nice little spread of money outside of the short favourite at 225, Mr. Brightside. And he's clearly dominating the turnover.
A length and a half away to Edison third. Chassis fourth, the inner, and dropping in one off the fence in fifth place, Mr. Brightside getting a lovely run. A length and a half attrition, three deep around Pinstriped, and on the inside Regal Power, who's niggled at the 700. A length and a half pounding Uncle Bryn. Tuvalu a long way back. El Bodegon, Agon and Forgot You. 500 to go. Buffalo River sooled up the speed as it loves to do. 3/4 of a length Western Empire. 2 lengths to Edison. Mr. Brightside's creeping forward. Tracked by Pinstriped. Attrition wide. Then came Chassis under pressure from Pounding. And well back in the field then is Tuvalu. So it's Western Empire and Buffalo River with Mr. Brightside closing in. 250 to go. Mr. Brightside ambles up and race clear. Then Pinstripe, Pounding and Attrition behind them. But Mr. Brightside, 100 metres to go. Will go back to back. Too good, supremely good. Won it by 2 lengths. Second, Pinstripe from Agon, and then Attrition and Tuvalu running through the line. Behind them, Pounding.
Out the Killers Classic, and well might they. 12 from 24 in his career now. Most of them on Australian soil for these unfashionable son of bull bars. If you look at the pedigree, he is something special. 2 Doncasters, 2 PB Lawrences in behind. Pinstripe.
Trip a lot fitter for the run, but it's all about Brightside. Mr. Brightside, what a performance from this horse, Nigel.
Formally.
As we count down to our first Group 1 of the new season, honouring an absolute giant of the turf in Winks. You can see her.
Keen to go outside of the 2 top in the market. That is, of course, Zaki, who's been solid right there at the top of the market at slightest of margins. There's been good late support, particularly with that track upgrade for Fangirl. $6 into $5.50.
King Colorado, Navajo Peak, Fangirl is back in the second half of the field. They're followed then by Francesco Guardi on the inside of Osipenko. Back last of all, Montefilia, and well back in the field there at this point is Duis. Down the side, Lindemann in front from Zaki and Major Beal. Golden Mail rails into fourth. On the inside of Hinge, Think It Over goes forward. On the outside of Princess Grace. Then came Communist off the track from King Colorado. Fangirl cluttered up a bit. Francesco Guardi from Duis, Osipenko. And Mawunga is back third last as they straighten up now. And Lindemann after the fast start leads the way. The favourite breathing down his neck now, Zaki. And quickly Zaki went up to take the lead from Think It Over. The inside, Princess Grace. Fangirl on the outside running on. Princess Grace the inside from Zaki. And now Fangirl is starting to lengthen. Fangirl wide out. Princess Grace the inside. Princess Grace and Fangirl. Fangirl won the Winx Stakes. Fangirl right on the wire. Beat the American mare Princess Grace and Zaki third. Then Hinge Dan Duis close up. Further back to...
And James McDonald not sure that he's won it because he had Princess Grace on the rail who was super close, but the pick Chris Waller gets 150.
And he does it with owners who have been with him right from the start. Deb Capitas' father saw Chris Waller interview.
A really strong race, and watch Jewess in the middle with the orange cap as well. I reckon she's in for a massive preparation. Also King Colorado, he has finished
Nigel
order. He's now into 360 over Le Vampire, who's 370 solid. Went up 460. Griff is Castle's.
Vampire shows the way, 3/4 to Griff, followed then by Kimantari's only son, Manware, who travels third on the inside of the favourite Cabalas. 2 lengths away to Ducasse, then came Kintyre. Further back to Tom Kidden on the inside of Tutar Levita. NCAP Racing held up third last. They come around the turn. Le Vampire still under a grip, shows the way. Griff under plenty of pressure second. Cabalas, no excuses, in the third position with Clean Air, followed by Kintyre. Further back to Manware and Tom Kidden coming to the outside. Griff showing plenty of fight, laying it down to Le Vampire. Kintyre running on. Cabalas one paced and Tom Kidden starting to lengthen. Kintyre in the middle of the track. Kintyre racer to the lead. Tom's on the scene. Tom Kidden and Kintyre and Tom. Tom got the bob and beat Kintyre. NCAP charging home into third. Then Ducasse and Griff from...
When he comes back, I want to jump back on board, and Tom Kitten was huge there first up. Bring on, you would imagine 2,000-metre races like the Spring Champions Stakes would be absolutely perfect for him. He's a son of Harry Angel out of Transfers. That was 1,300.
Couldn't help but notice a lot of jockeys wanting to stay away from the fence here at Caulfield, and in particular the 3 scratchings and the 22 cents deductions. Barber, one of those runners coming out. It's a small select field of 8, but they've all been spent.
Last 500 metres to go. Coincide from Hedged about a half length away. 2 further back as Legacy's improving her position. About to peel 3 wide from V8 getting off the fence as well. 2 further back to Little Bros, Deadly Press, and then La Zebra. Coincide, 250 metres to go. Led from Hedged, who throws out a serious challenge, and V8 got the split and uses it. V8 accelerated at the 150. A length and a half. Legacy's Hedged, Little Bros. V8 holding on. V8 won the McNeil. 3/4 Legacy's photo third. Little Bros from Hedged, and She Light was the eye catcher. Behind those horses,
come via the McNeil to go and grab a Caulfield Guineas. V8 is pointed towards here in mid-October based on his prominent return here. The VRC.
I think there's only 2 horses here for the Guineas. I think the winner, very professional, and She Light, up to a mile, made blinkers on. Very exciting.
Uncle Bryn to complete it. The Tile Importer Heatherly. And they're racing, and the Summit from barrier number 1 broke well with Junipel, and also probing up Sir Lucan. Buster Bash the Perth by Junipel. Regal Power from Shiraz. Emissary improving, then Deshaun Sweet Jr., Uncle Bryn, well back Solcombe, Hustler War, and towards the back as He's a Shocker. Up to the corner, 450 metres to go. Buster Bash with on the outside Flash Flood as they really do quicken it up now. About a length and a half, Sir Lucan. The Summit's getting off their backs. Junipel back on the inside. Jimmy the Bear is coming home hard. It's Flash Flood, 250 metres to go from the Summit. Jimmy the Bear. Junipel the inside, still Flash Flood at the 150. Solcombe is flashing through. Here comes Solcombe. Solcombe from the clouds. What a win! Solcombe wins it by half a length. Flash Flood, Jimmy the Bear. The Summit and a half, Sir Lucan. The Summit's getting off their backs. Junipel back on the inside. Jimmy the Bear is coming home hard. It's Flash Flood, 250 metres to go from the Summit. Jimmy the Bear. Junipel the inside, still Flash Flood at the 150. Solcombe is flashing through. Here comes Solcombe. Solcombe from the clouds. What a win! Solcombe wins it by half a length. Flash Flood, Jimmy the Bear. The Summit in a photo for 4th with Regal Power. Put itself into calculations for the big ones.
Yeah, we were pretty...
Sizzling return into Heatherly, and it's worth remembering that we saw Emissary win this race last year, then win a Geelong Cup and run second in the big one.
This was a serious return from a horse that I think needs to be strongly considered as a genuine winning chance in both the Caulfield and Melbourne Cups. And I don't say that lightly because it's in for an effort, slicing through the field just as you think he might be in trouble. Brocket's home, 3rd fastest last 200 metres of the entire day. He's a a legitimate contender for both the Caulfield and Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, so he defied the pattern.
6 minutes out from the Memsie. Snap Dancer defeating the late I'm Thunderstruck and Cascadian last year. Bohemian. First Group 1 of the racing season in Victoria. The Stowe Storage Memsie. And it's Mr. Brightside for you, Clint Hutchison.
It is anyone at the top.
With Alligator Blood, he has just come back a lot more furnished and a lot...
Us here, and the three of them at the top of the market are that. They've won some big races amongst them, including Mr. Brightside, clearly the best backed runner and the clear-cut favourite for the Memsie Stakes. You know, he was terrific.
Western Empire, nonconformist and amenable. 950 metres to go. And the front runner, Anavisto, by a length and a quarter. Alligator Blood got over to the death. Third on the inside as they reach the 800. Princess Grace and Mr. Brightside's forced wide. A length Bandersnatch, Agon, I Wish I Win, Bankmore, Steinem wide. Next, Ozapenko, Duke de Sessa, nonconformist, well back as Western Empire, and Amenable is last. So Anavisto, 600 metres to go. Now starts to sool it up by a length, Alligator Blood. Mr. Brightside is 3 wide, 2 off the lead and coming on. Princess Grace behind them, needing to get off the fence. And behind them, I Wish I Win, Agon to the outside, followed by Bandersnatch. Alligator Blood up to Anavisto, 250 metres to go. Mr. Brightside joining in, Princess Grace behind them, darts up underneath of them, and I Wish I Win's got out and coming as well. Mr. Brightside up to Alligator Blood at the 100, then I Wish I Win, Princess Grace. Mr. Brightside fends them off and wins again. Mr. Brightside has won it from a photo between I Wish I Win, Princess Grace, then Alligator Blood. Seriously, a terrific Group 1. Amenable behind them, followed by...
Contest. We got all that and more. I Wish I Win has run enormous. So has Princess Grace coming via the Wink Stakes and Alligator.
Didn't get a lot of favours early in the race, but probably not the normal penalty, be a little bit wider today. I Wish I Win came off his back. You think, oh, he could be in trouble here, but he just kept digging in.
Okay, and Alligator Blood was beaten, but far from disgraced in fourth. He's kept kicking. We know he's a horse that improves with a run under his belt. He'll head towards it. Horses race.
Vega Magic.
This is a good horses race, and that's a racing cliche, but go and have a look at racing.com on the honour roll of the Memsie Stakes. It would stack up against basically any race in Australia the last 20 or 30 years, and they're the last two on settling. They didn't go overly quickly in the early stages, which probably allowed Mr. Brightside to sit 3 wide on speed and still be strong at the finish.
Do you look at these races early and think, oh, Mr. Brightside might get 3 wide the trip, but do we overplay it, particularly in this country?
We definitely do overplay it, depending on the early speed.
The pros stepped in and Zapateo was crunched. I can tell you that trend has continued. By the time we jump, I reckon there'll almost be twice as much on Zapateo as there is on IME, and IME bottomed out now out to $3.80. So got you there at $7.50. Sunshine in Paris at $7.50.
The Irresistible Pool Scirocco Stakes, Group 2 for the mares. To 4th, and Zapateo's back to 5th now, and about 4 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths to Sunshine in Paris from a Tissue, and Espiona sees them all coming to the corner. Queen of the Ball weathering the storm from IME, then Cinderella Day. Zoo got to the inside, and now Lloyd pulling out on Zapateo, and she's starting to run on well. It's Queen of the Ball flat to the boards from IME, the outside. Zapateo lengthening, Cinderella Day's hanging, and down the outside is Sunshine in Paris. Zoo got you up the fence, a Tissue run into a dead end. Sunshine in Paris wide out, stormed to the front and kicked away. Sunshine in Paris wins the Scirocco. Espiona flew home to get second. Zapateo third, just in front of either on the inside Zugotcha or a Tissue, who probably should have finished closer. They beat off Cinderella Days.
What a win to Sunshine in Paris, a Group 1 winner of the Surround. That was back in February. She went for a spell through the Magic Millions broodmare sale. She's got new colours and costs $3.9 million. And John Camilleri.
And she let rip with this tremendous turn of speed. The other horse that was back in the field that ran on really nicely was Espiona as well. A great Denman, Hello Crown, Exosphere, Astern, and more recently.
A couple, a little bit further down that have been back. Libertad is one of those. Butch Cassidy's attracted some interest, 11 into $9.50, but the money goes in terms of market order. Cylinder 230, pretty quiet.
On with the job. in advance of Libertad, then Don Coolian in the white cap. Further back to the favourite Cylinder. General Salute on a wide par from Chrysaor, Nadal and Militarised last of a bunch field in the run to the Rose. And Moravia shows the way from Butch Cassidy, breathing down his neck. A length and a half to Don Coolian from Libertad. Cylinders all cluttered up at the moment from General Salute as they race inside the 300 metres. It's Moravia in front from Butch Cassidy. Cylinders not out yet. Moravia still in front from Butch Cassidy. Now Nadal is starting to thunder home. Moravia in front from Butch Cassidy. Cylinders out now. He's charging, going to Moravia. Oh, Cylinder got out of jail to win the run to the Rose. Cylinder just edged out Moravia, and third between Butch Cassidy, Nadal. Then General Salute, Militarised, flashing home. Further back to Libertad.
Moravia on the line as Nadal was flashing like Lizzie expected him to do. Butch Cassidy.
Good bit of tempo in that race as well.
Cylinder doing cylinder things here.
Would have been very unlucky if he didn't win the race. If he gets out and sprints quickly, have a look at Militarised down the outside. He's the one that I want to take out of the race. Hopefully in a race like a Golden Rose or a Caulfield Guineas, Militarised can draw a barrier and settle a little bit close.
I'll tell you, arguably the best sprinter in Australia resumes, and over 80% of turnover is with Giga Kick. He's back, folks.
Want to see an even surface. He'll get the pace on. He's the best horse in the race, and I think he'll...
Got the acceleration. Looking down the page there, Soft Imperatriz, Rothfire trims half a point to $5, and the best back. Now these sprinters heading towards there, in particular Imperatriz. We know she won the William Reid. She's on her way to a Moya and also a Manukau.
I wonder if we've got a manual start coming up. We do. I think it was a manual start there racing, and Giga Kick missed it by a length and a half. Acromantula began quickly with Sarah Dess and all neck to Acromantula. A length and a quarter. How's the Serenity, Sarah Dess, and they were followed by Rothfire, Imperatriz, and Giga Kick's getting going from the back of the field. Satellite has gone past one's gone past two, and is only 4 off the lead coming up to the corner. 400 metres to go. Zoo Style from Acromantula. Then how's the Serenity? Giga Kick is trying to loop them 4 and 5 deep, followed by Rothfire. Imperatriz is going to come the widest into the running. Terrific race at the 150. Imperatriz has swept past all of them and has raced up and grabbed the lead from Giga Kick and Rothfire. What a win this! Imperatriz, a magnificent display, has won by 2 1/4 Rothfire and Gig. Then how's the Serenity? Giga Kick is trying to loop them 4 and 5 deep, followed by Rothfire. Imperatriz is going to come the widest into the running. Terrific race at the 150. Imperatriz has swept past all of them and has raced up and grabbed the lead from Giga Kick and Rothfire. What a win this! Imperatriz, a magnificent display, has won by 2 1/4 Rothfire and Giga Kick. Wowee! Then came Zoo Style.
Tiaka Racing, Imperatriz. We knew she was a star before today. She's been the winner of 5 Group 1 races in her career, and this mare just loves the valley. She's now 2 from 2. Clint, what a performance by a top-class mare.
Top-class mare, loved the ride as well. This was, as sat out the back, took his one in the style of a top-class horse, and Ben, track record as well.
That was stunning. That was to 0.16 and about 0.3 off Nature Strip's performance. That is from Imperatriz. So I don't know if they were talking. Stunning performance. Of course, the big talking point at the start of the race was Giga Kick missing the start. So I was, in regards to Giga Kick, Craig Williams put his hand up and blamed pilot error. He ran, I think it was 20.89 between the 800 to the 400 on a track record speed first up after missing the start. So hopefully he comes through that run okay. But have a look at the finish for Imperatriz. I wondered whether 1,000 might prove too sharp for her, but she can go on and win just about anything this spring on the back of this.
Imperatriz has swept past all of them and has raced up and grabbed the lead from Giga Kick and Rothfire. What a win this! Imperatriz, a magnificent display.
Nothing like hearing Matty Hill's voice change gears like it did yesterday, and with good reason.
And there's still options open after that, so we'll concentrate on the Moya at the moment. And
she also...
Food, Fian Stakes over the mile. It's a field with a bit of depth this year. Clint, which way are you leaning?
Terrific race. Pick of the yard for me, number 13, Attrition.
You got 6 fifth Attrition, a second up there, but it's about Globe here. Phenomenal stuff here for the fee in the feature race. He was drifting through most of the day in the market.
Globe has got the box seat, a length and a half to Tuvalu. A length Goldman pounding Attrition, and then came Pinstripe, Forgot You, El Bodegon. Luna Flare is third stood last, and then came Alaskan God, and Virtuous Circle is last of all. Deny Knowledge puts the foot down on the outside of Savatu Excel, and they run this bit pretty hard at the 650, 2.5 lengths to Globe. Tuvalu has slid up on the outside of the favourite and run on by it for now. They were followed by Goldman. Pinstriped is out deeper than Attrition. Pounding, trying to extricate off the fence. I think Globe's under enormous pressure here. Then Forgot You, El Bodegon. Deny Knowledge went to the front with 300 metres to go, but Tuvalu now shades it. Pinstriped is right there. Under pressure, Savatu Excel boxes on, and then came Attrition. Tuvalu and Pinstriped up the middle of the track at the 150. Tuvalu and Pinstripe pounding runs on, then Attrition. Pinstriped up to Tuvalu. Pinstripe just in front. Attrition with a late dive. Pinstripe has won it. Pinstripe wins from Attrition. Tuvalu pounding. Then Alaskan God. What a run. They were followed next by...
Pinstripe adds a Group 2 Fenn Stakes win to his CS Hayes win that he picked up as a 3-year-old. He's always been a horse that's promised a lot, and he's delivered today at Moonee Valley.
This particular trophy will grow in stature. It's worth $1 million today.
We'd have some favourite. Our favourite is now Zaki. All the right late money is coming for him. And Fangirl, she's lay of the day. So she's out to 350 now from 290, albeit she's...
Going Global, the American mare leads at the 800 metres by 2 lengths on the favourite Zaki. Hinged into a clear third. Then Think It Over in fourth on the rails from Zayrek. Further back to My Oberon, then came Diamond. Hieronymus puts Huyamal into a 3-wide position to creep closer. Fangirl all cluttered up on the fence from Arapaho, and Fireburns last of all. Going Global at the 500 metres, coasting along in the lead by a length on Zaki. 2 lengths away then to Think It Over, starting to come into the race. Nash about to come off heels, hasn't done so yet. Then Zayrek, My Oberon's creeping into the race, but Zaki, Chad Schofield said go. Zaki races 2 lengths clear. Think It Over, now he gets off heels. It's Zaki a length in front. Think It Over's coming. Zaki in front. Think It Over being lifted by Nash. Yes, got up. Think It Over, nailed Zaki right on the line. I think My Oberon third from Zayrek, Huyamal and Fangirl. Then Going Global.
That J-Mac and Katie, to see these 2 great warriors. What have we got? We've got an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old stride for stride in the last 100 metres.
That was up to the last little bit, but got the measure of them late.
And what a training performance from Kerry Parker to get this horse back after such a long time off. And this preparation, he's done such a marvellous...
Gap to Fangirl back in third. We'll see all those horses you'd imagine.
Is that J-Mac?
Absolutely. You can see a few winners there from the Everest, so this is definitely a key lead up, and whoever...
Out in secret here, guys. She's got almost 50% of the hold. The punters are very keen on her, but the tab keen to let you on. She's at that $3 quote now, out from $2.70, but don't let the price fool you. They're dangling the carrot.
Casino Lord back last of all. Josh Parr's got the front and overpassed by 3/4 to a Thelric. Remarked very well positioned third. A length into Hawaii 5-0. Private Eye seeing plenty of daylight. So's Lost and Running. Wonders Notches back on the rails from In Secret. A bit cluttered up coming to the turn from Ruthless Dame. Marzubel back from Rocketing Buying. Casino Lords last of all. 3.75 to go. Overpass in front from a Thelric. Private Eye on the outside of Hawaii 5-0. Remarks trying to come off the fence. Inside the 200 overpass, still the leader. Boy, Private Eye, he's still coming the outside. Overpass from Private Eye. Wonders Notches late on the scene. Private Eye going to overpass. Bob of the head. Private Eye, I'd say, he's got there. Give it to Private Eye, a half head to overpass. Wonders Notches charging into third. Then came Remark from In Secret. Further back, Hawaii.
It's amount of ground.
Yeah, I mean, Private Eye was all on as he was given a really...
And get way out of his ground and then rocket over the top.
The shorts will talk about, don't forget about Private Eye. Joe Pride is going to go to the Everest with a 2-pronged attack. He's going to have Think About It, and this guy who we remember, he came here last year and announced himself as a really good sprinter. He'd already got the business done out to 16.
Craig Williams, well, he's been under a bit of pressure in the limelight recently with the loss of the ride on Giga Kick. He rides the favourite, the heavily backed favourite, Mr. Brightside. Come on, Willow, you're the favourite up for the punters. He's drawn back.
He tries to become the first horse in 9 years to do the Memsie Makybe Diva double at Group 1 level and go on.
In the yard, I've gone with Alligator Blood on top, and that
Mr. Brightside to continue his winning merry ways to go 3 from 3 this preparation. You know he loves Fleming.
Alligator Blood's had it soft up front at the 900 metres. 3/4 of a length to Princess Grace. A length and a half to Mr. Brightside. Ozopenko racing together. A length and a half Francesco Guardi, Aegon and Spanish Mission. That's the order in the Group 1 at the 700 metres. It's Alligator Blood, Damien Oliver looking to win the race for the 6th time. Princess Grace just getting a bit closer now. Mr. Brightside's a length and a half off those from Ozopenko. Francesco Guardi 3 deep, and then came Aegon Spanish Mission. Around the turn at the 450, and it's Alligator Blood held together. Princess Grace not far away, a neck away. Mr. Brightside tanking up a length away. It's the race we wanted. 300 to go. Alligator Blood lets down now. Mr. Brightside, Williams hasn't moved. Alligator Blood joined by Mr. Brightside, who lets rip at the 150. Mr. Brightside 3/4 a length. Alligator Blood and comes clear. Mr. Brightside, a mile marvel. What a performance. Won it by a length and a half. Alligator Blood, Ozopenko, and then came Princess Grace. Next.
We have a winner of a Memsie and Mackay Diva in the same spring for the first time in 9 years. Dissident in 2014. Mr. Brightside, with yet another Group 1, takes his prize money north of $9 million. He is... What speed you go, slow or fast, Mr. Brightside's going to always be there. He gets himself a well-deserved Group 1 at headquarters.
To build out his glittering CV. His 4th Group 1. It now sits alongside, of course, his 2 Doncasters. His last start victory in the Memsie Stakes. He's the first horse since.
This was a race run really slowly. Alligator Blood, first 800 metres, thanks to the daily sectionals time. It's gone about 14 lengths slower than average. So the game plan, you can tell there, is testament to the fact that this horse just keeps coming back better. Fastest last 200 of the day. So he's just...
It was like a trial, and even Craig Williams said after it, it's the easiest Group 1 I've ever won.
74th Group 1 yesterday.
And to be tough like he is. So I think he'll be a bit closer at 2,000 metres in the Cox Plate this year. Hopefully he draws a gate, and he's right in the mix.
Do you...
6,000, multiple bets of 5,000 as well, all on the race favourites. Simon Miller combining here with Damien Lane. See you in heaven, the South Aussie.
To grab the Let's Elope.
I think at the prices, Nigel, more than anything else. I think
said around the yard, she's a horse that just looks like she knows everyone's watching her.
Cut favourite here and best back. But we are playing multiples, exotics, if you like there, folks. Your trifectas, your Quinellas and your exotics.
You in heaven is 4th one off the fence, and Pride of Jenny is doing it hard 3 wide. A length and a quarter Life Lessons, 2 lengths El Patroness and Foxy Frida. In that group of horses cast wide, and then came Elusive Express and Papali. Amelia's Jewel has the back of cast, is about 3 back on that 3 wide train, and has about 8 lengths to pick up from Papillon Club and Shuffle Dancer. To Arataki into the running at the 450 from Pride of Jenny. Toragine wants to lug out. Life Lessons the outside. El Patroness is darting back over on the far side. Where's Amelia's Jewel? Lane hasn't pushed the button yet, and she's running on. Life Lessons at the clock tower took the front. Here's Amelia's Jewel about to let down hands and heels. Amelia's Jewel up to Life Lessons, who fights. Amelia's Jewel a neck, a half Life Lessons. Too good. Too good. Amelia's Jewel, a length Life Lessons. 3rd in the race, El Patroness. They were followed by a photo cast, See You in Heaven. Pride of Jenny next, and then came Papillon Club.
40 minutes ago. The other thing we wanted to see was Amelia's Jewel, who was thundered through our television.
Starting point for her, and when he hadn't moved on straightening, I was like, well, this is an easy watch, you know, without being arrogant. I was like, well, you know, yeah.
Say, because I dead set felt like I was in second gear when I got to Life Lessons, and she got a half length in front and just went to put the cue in the rack. So she's still...
It was, this is one... The data will tell you one thing, this is one for the eyes.
The data that she was producing over there and the times that she was producing, she is a freak, this horse, and she is the one. We can talk about Mr. Brightside and we can talk about Think It Over and Zaki, but she is the one that we can build a brand on for a spring carnival, an autumn carnival, whatever you like.
245 your favourite. Best supported here by far is Benedetta, but nice to see Star Patrol. He tightens up a little bit off his hot trial on that little throat tie-up. And King of Sparta...
Star Tonte's at the end of the field. Benedetta has about 3 behind her. 600 metres to go. Najem Sahel by itself over on the flat side, led from Snapper Star Patrol, and they're 4 lengths King of Sparta, followed by Benedetta, Charterhouse, Zutori, It's Our Time, Mince Moment and Star Tontes. 350 metres to go. Najem Sahel with Star Patrol. They're worlds apart. Star Patrol hits the front, and then came Benedetta, and behind them King of Sparta. Star Patrol, 150 metres to go. King of Sparta is finishing hard. Star Patrol, King of Sparta's trying to mow it down with Benedetta. Still Star Patrol, 50 metres to go. King of Sparta's going to have a crack late with Benedetta. Photo finish, Star Patrol. Star Patrol beat King of Sparta, Benedetta. Then came a gap to Charterhouse with Zutori, Mince Moment. It's
giving them some thrills here at times with his performances, but it just hasn't clicked for him on the big day so far in his career. He was top 6. Come back, better horse for it. Great run, King of Sparta. Benedetta was flashing late, but just simply left.
Here, particularly with a kind draw. The one they wanted to have a set against was Zugotcha, and they've stood by their word there. $2.80 out to $4.60, and I can...
Diamond Dealers running them along at the 750, 2.5 in front now to Banana Queen. A couple off to Zugotcha on the outside of Espiona. 1.5 lengths now to a Tissue. Then So Dazzling from She's a Belter. More Secret sees them all 8 lengths away. So Diamond Dealer swings the corner in front. 3 in front to Banana Queen. Now Espiona's coming off heels. She's starting to give chase. Zugotcha can't do much more. 3 lengths away to a Tissue. Is putting in a good challenge. Diamond Dealer being joined by Espiona. She really wants to lay in. Nash trying to straighten her up as she stormed 2 lengths clear now from a Tissue charging home, but it's Espiona clearing the golden pendant. Espiona the favourite, 2 good, beat a Tissue. Banana Queen third. Then came Diamond Dealer, More Secret, Zugotcha.
Head goes on the side again today. You picked it perfectly, but she is building a big record now, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a lovely stepping stone towards something bigger today, but she put them away nicely. Still probably won with a...
Hills Group 1 for 3-year-olds changed its name to the Golden Rose in 2003 and has kept that name ever since.
We have a new favourite in this one, King Colorado, but interestingly enough, and all I can do is give you the tab picture, it's the 5th best backed runner in the race with us, so clearly other factors dragging that price in. $4.20 and favourite. Cylinder on the second line at $4.40, best backed with us. Shinzo at $6, Militarized at $6.50, and even Charmstone's holding more money than King Colorado. Beyond that,
Shinzo's been taken back to last. It's snapped back at odds, showing the way, a half on Butch Cassidy. Moravia takes the sit in third, a half the outside to NCAP, well positioned. 2 lengths to the filly, Charmstone. Cylinder after the good start couldn't cross them, and now Cylinder's caught 3 wide on the outside of Don Corleone. Further back than a Militarized, General Salute, King Colorado well back, together with Nadal the fence, and Shinzo will have to come wider. Snapback leads at the 500 metres from Butch Cassidy. NCAP pulling 3 wide, then Charmstone sliding into 4th. Further back to Cylinder with a back to follow. Moravia trying to come off heels at the 350 now. They're stretched across the track. Snapback joined by Butch Cassidy and NCAP. Cylinder starting to hit top gear. Moravia hasn't got much room, nor Charmstone. NCAP hits a narrow lead at the 150. NCAP from Butch Cassidy. Cylinder hitting the line hard. NCAP, Cylinder, Militarized late. Oh, barnstorming finish by Militarized. The late attack. Diving, and I think at the 350 now they're stretched across the track. Snapback joined by Butch Cassidy and NCAP. Cylinder starting to hit top gear. Moravia hasn't got much room, nor Charmstone. NCAP hits a narrow lead at the 150. NCAP from Butch Cassidy. Cylinder hitting the line hard. NCAP, Cylinder, Militarized late. Oh, barnstorming finish by Militarized. The late attack, diving, and I think he got there in the Golden Rose from Cylinder and NCAP. Oh, followed by Butch Cassidy.
It was an absolute thriller, and Joe has been able to bring Militarized home. He's won 3 Group 1s this colt. The son of Dundee. Joe gets a set.
Ultimate professional of a horse as well. Ultimate professional of a horse as well. Do you push forward to a Guineas?
We certainly will be talking about a Guineas for sure.
Push forward to something even bigger than that in a Cox Plate?
Who knows? Who knows? Dreams dreams happen on a race course, that's for sure. So one step.
Just a class colt with a beautiful action, good mind.
Cylinder was just enormous in third race, absolutely enormous.
Sydney, this is a crucial pointer, as we know, on an annual basis to the Caulfield Guineas. And have a look at Joe Moreira find his way off the back of Cylinder here in the China Horse Club colours and barge his way through to give Chris Waller his third Golden Rose. Zoustar, the Autumn Sun, and now Militarise. 2 Group 1s as a 2-year-old. Outstanding performance here. I think for many, Ben, he's the horse to beat in the Caulfield Guineas.
Oh, I think he has to be. Yeah, thanks to Daily Sectionals. Highest rating performance of the day there, with a 3.8 above there. With a 3.8 above standard, ahead of Espiona, who's produced a really...
Now, and it's all about the Caulfield Guineas prelude for these 3-year-olds, and the top 2 in the market dominating. Have a look at Stapati. He's unbeaten. His return at Moonee Valley was outstanding. V8.
They don't end there, Ben.
It's Stapati's toughest test, but he's 4 from 4 and he's yet to be challenged, so I've got no reason...
There's not much knocking him. He's got the most brilliant temperament for a colt.
Kicking out to that $3 mark. He hit $2.90 and then trims up a little again into $2.80. Next to
length, Southport Tycoon, Stapati 3 deep, 2 lengths to She Light and Last Little Bros. 800 metres to run. It's Rock Empire on the inside of Some People Call Me. 2.5 to V8 with a lovely run. A length away, Centre Vi, and then came Prince Zero, Southport Tycoon. Stapati is 7 off the lead, tracked by She Light. Little Bros last, approaching the turn. 500 to go. Rock Empire just in front of Some People Call Me. A length and a half to V8, who's about to ease 3 wide. Next in the field is Centre Vi, stoked up behind those horses from Southport Tycoon. Prince Zero. Stapati is the widest with a lot to do. Rock Empire at the 250 from Centre Vi on the outside. Southport Tycoon is getting out as well. Centre Vi strikes the front of the 150. Southport Tycoon. She Light and Stapati from nowhere. It's going to be a big finish. They hit the line. Stapati has got up to win it. Has picked itself off the canvas and has won the race from a photo. Centre Vi, Southport Tycoon and She Light. Haven't we got a fantastic Guineas in a few weeks? Rock Empire.
Up and about. Stapati makes it a perfect 5 from 5 in his career so far. He adds a second stakes win here, adding a Caulfield Guineas is via Stapati.
The Caulfield Guineas, if he draws a barrier, sits just in behind the leaders, gets the softest run. What's to say he doesn't just let down with a brilliant turn of foot and put the race away, while a horse like Militarise, who's probably going to start favourite, is out the back, winding up, charging home. But Stapati...
Victories yesterday. It's now Stapati on the second line of betting, currently at $3.80. Militarise all the way down to $3.30. The only other runner in...
Let's go to race 8 now, shall we, and clean a little bit of housekeeping up here. $3.50 into $3.30 is Floating Artist. He's the popular, the second leg of the quaddie race 8 here, punters. Into $2.90 as I talk to you. Floating Artist, Mark Zara from that tricky barrier at 10.
1,000 metres to go. Goldman slowed it up. 3/4 of a length in front of Milford. A length and a quarter, Uncle Bryn, Floating Artist. Barclay Square, 5th, 3 wide exposed. Regal Power between horses. Rio next the inner. Then Bear Story, Alaskan God in the second group out to wider on the track. Hustler War with also He's a Shocker. Deshaun Sweet Jr. hit a flat spot. Then the Summit, Emissary, Virtuous Circle and Shiraz. Coming up to the turn. 500 to go. It's Goldman, Milford, Barclay Square, Satellite after being on a wide run. Floating Artist hooking out deeper. Uncle Brenner's held up on the fence. Then Regal Power, Alaskan God's trying to extricate out too. Then Bear Story and the Summit. Barclay Square and Uncle Bryn go for home together. At the 250, it's Uncle Bryn by a length and a half. Barclay Square. Then came Floating Artist, Goldman, Emissary, Alaskan God. Uncle Bryn, 100 metres to go, is surging away. Uncle Bryn second in the race last year, first today. Floating Artist second, Alaskan God third, photo fourth, Barclay Square or Emma.
Well, they've perhaps always felt, Trent Buston and Natalie Young, that they had a Caulfield Cup horse in hand with Uncle Bryn. He's been allotted 51 kilos in the great race and he qualifies with a performance. And what a wonderful performance to take out the MRC Foundation Cup.
Well, we know he's a very talented racehorse on his day, and he's shown us all of that talent. This was the best of Uncle Bryn. He's
It's the feature. It's all about the Underwood Stakes. Alligator Blood, of course. He is the champion in this race at Wait for Age. He's the reigning champion of the Underwood from last year when it was raced at Sand.
She's got a little bit.
Indeed, I'm with Tuvalu at the price. I think third up, he might be ready to peak now. We know he's...
So I'm with the 14 ahead of the 2 and the 8.
Expect outside of that, if you're looking for roughies, and Right You Are, really good money, sharp money coming in for Right You Are. The 21.
Kerr led it out by a length and a half. Alligator Blood, 2 lengths, Tuvalu Mo'unga, 3 lengths away Lindemann, followed by Bankmore, Right You Are, Jewess as they spread. Then came Nonconformist, Salcombe, Vow and Declare. A length and a half without a fight. Attrition, 4 lengths, Lunar Flare, Smoke and Romans. So it's Alan Kerr, 500 metres to go, is trying to stretch them. Alligator Blood's a length and a half away. Tuvalu still coming on. Then came Mo'unga. Next in the field, Lindemann, Bankmore, Right You Are to the outside from Jewess without a fight a long way back. Alan Kerr at the 300, grabbed by Alligator Blood. Tuvalu trying to go with him. A gap, Lindemann, Jewess, Right You Are and Salcombe from a long way back. Alligator Blood at the 150 extended. A length in front of Tuvalu and Jewess. But it's Alligator Blood clear. Looking to go back to back. His mighty heart gets him there. Alligator Blood's won it. Tuvalu second, Jewess third, Salcombe fourth. Then Right You Are. And next without a fight and Nonconformist, Lindemann and Alan Kerr.
And hopefully to come, Damien Oliver gets it done for Gai Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. Alligator Blood becomes the 13th horse to win 2 Underwoods, the first since a champion in Northerly in 2001 and 2002 to go back to Damien Oliver's 3rd Underwood yields him his 125th domestic Group 1. He's 129. Have done such a tremendous job with Alligator Blood, who is now a 6-time Group 1 winner. There are cup trials of plenty. Group 1 winner.
Got out and got rolling and was going along at a nice, even, genuine speed once he did get out and into the clear. And Damien Oliver then just allowed Alligator Blood to stride around. And I think it was probably outside of Alan Kerr. 1 out, 1 back was back from a Caulfield Cup perspective. Jewess in the orange cap, blue colours, back on the fence midfield. Behind her, Salcombe, I thought, was terrific. And then trailing Salcombe without a fight was also very, very good. There are a few that...
This spring in our Wait for Age ranks with Mr Brightside and Alligator Blood. Geldings who are getting a little bit, not long in the tooth, but they've certainly got experience under their belt now.
I thought this race was terrific from a Caulfield Cup perspective. Without a Fight's run the 8th fastest last 200 metres of the day on a terrific day of racing. He was...
So the Caulfield Cup, $8 the field. Francesco Guardi now a joint favourite without a fight at that quote. Salcombe a $9 chance, then double figures or...
yeah, both of them without a fight and Salcombe were outstanding, so they'd probably be my 2.
I've been waiting for the entire evening to see Amelia's Jewel. Here she is in the Stock Stakes. She's second up. She won a similar sort of a Group 2 contest of her. Everything is easing except for 2 horses that are holding their price, and the first one is Deny Knowledge from Greg Ding, and we've got Amelia's Jewel, who is $1.28. She's the one...
Up is last. Pride of Jenny is the bunny to chase as they run off the back section at the 800 metres. It's been solid. 2.5 Amelia's Jewel. A length and a half Sione Party Princess. A length and a quarter Deny Knowledge. 2 lengths Papali, then Steinem, Affair Receiver. Well back in the field, Thought Provoking and Papillon Club with a lot to do. Pride of Jenny, 550 metres to go, stretches them now niggled. 2.5 Amelia's Jewel, who's creeping closer. Then came Sione as they come to the turn. Deny Knowledge in 4th from Party Princess, Papali, Steinem, Papillon Club, Thought Provoking and Affair Receiver. Pride of Jenny under the whip around the corner at the 200. Amelia's Jewel stoked up to run her down into the straight at the 150. Pride of Jenny a half length. Amelia's Jewel moves up on the outside, takes Pride of Jenny, is coming clear. Great pipe opener. Bring on the Cox plate. Amelia's Jewel, 3/4 of a length. Pride of Jenny. 3 lengths Deny Knowledge. Party Princess Sione, followed by...
Payne was super soft on her. He just did enough to win. He had the perfect way of celebrating Simon Miller. There you go. Job done.
She seems to do it all so easily. That was impressive. She just continues.
Yeah, wasn't that easy. I had to ask her for a bit of an effort. Pride of Jenny made a real race of it, and still got a bit more to come, I think. So, yeah, exciting time.
Oh, Simon Miller, congratulations. She takes the track record along with her, if you don't mind, around Moonee Valley. And there's been the odd good.
Was unaware of that, so that's. She just looked like she was doing it easy, didn't she? So when we were outside the leader, I thought, say, Frosty, tough. Like if it was a track record, then clearly she can absorb pressure. And Gino used to always say to me that, and he's right.
As a short price favourite, will we see something similar in the next event, which is the Group 1 Moya Stakes? And Imperatriz is again a short priced favourite. She was obviously.
Imperatriz, I think she's probably the price many would have assessed her at or judged that she'd.
The yard, and as I said, mentally she's just returned so.
$65, and she hasn't. There's not like there's plenty of money for her, but there's absolutely nothing against her either.
Still one.
Just such a tough horse, Buffering. He was a mighty horse. There's a few elements.
James, and they were followed by Generation Imperatriz and 2.5 the Inferno. Through the gap of the 650, it's Zeus Style by a neck, Acromantula, a length and a quarter, Asfura and Rothfire, followed by Uncommon James Generation. Imperatriz is about to peel, 3 and 4 deep, 5 off the lead, and back behind those the Inferno. Zeus Style, Acromantula, Asfura made a line of 3 before the corner, then Rothfire. Imperatriz is making her bid as Fur around the turn at the 150, led a length and a half. Imperatriz is flying now as Fur at the 50. Imperatriz has got her and raced on by. Imperatriz by a length as Fur second, Uncommon James third, then the Inferno, Rothfire. Next in the field was Zeus, but she was brilliant again.
A sprinting star, it's as simple as that. Sustained speed. She runs 56.47. She breaks the track record over 1,000 metres here at the Valley. It was her track record. She goes quicker again. She might just be a 1,000-metre gun. She goes past us for
in the champion sprint. Addo in the champion sprint, yeah.
Okay, so staying in Victoria despite, doesn't matter what sort of money you're offered elsewhere, staying in Victoria?
No, the mare's so happy here, and I don't see any sense in putting her on a float.
Out of this race, and Think About It is a pretty short price favourite, pretty well backed too, $1.85, $2.30 was the open, but that horse has just been hammered. So it's
Denise Keenwell, Lost and Running, went right up the inside of the lot of them there, and Jamie Cars found the front on Lost and Running by a length on Zapateo. Thelric didn't get across, it's caught 3 wide at the moment, followed then by Think About It, pushing through on the inside of Alcohol Free, 2 lengths to Bella Nipotina from Hawaii 5-0, 2 lengths last is Cote. Lost and Running, really looking to bounce back today. Led around the corner from Zapateo, Thelric. Think About It travels well. Clipperton tying off a rails running, getting it pretty quickly now. Alcohol Free and Restricted Room, and Hawaii 5-0 is running on really well down the outside. Think About It went up the inside to join Zapateo. Hawaii 5-0 wide out, and then Bella Nipotina running on. It's Think About It all out. Hawaii 5-0, Think About It. Hawaii 5-0 lunges. Oh, close here. Did the favourite hang on? Think About It. Maybe a nose to Hawaii 5-0. Bella Nipotina third, followed by Alcohol.
Won an 8th consecutive race to keep Sam Clipperton's perfect record on the horse. He's only been beaten once. They've locked horns before in a Stradbroke, haven't they? Here we go, bobbing, inside.
Yep. Got it.
So Think About It will get it, and gets it. With Bella Nipotina, makes it 8 consecutive wins.
You know, it's interesting, though, you take Hawaii 5-0. There's a deal to be done on a slot, but there's also the Golden Eagle, which is a very lucrative race.
One that we're going to tell you all about now.
Well, $7 the field. That's when you know you've got a quality Group 1 Randwick mile. Hope in your heart at $7 is our favourite. And good luck to Kerry Parker and the team. He's $7.50 to $9 today. The money's dried up a touch at $10, Kovalika at $10, and then Redina and Co at 10 or more. Nothing at longer odds that's really been spec.
On the outside of political debate. So Golden Mile leads them up down the side in the hands of Blake Shin narrowly from Williamsburg. Redina gets a great run on the rails, and going forward now is Nugget. Oliver couldn't get in, so he said let's go, and the favourite Nugget now moves up on the outside of Golden Mile, a long way from home. 2 lengths to Williamsburg third, followed by Redina staying put on the rails from Going Global the outside. 2 lengths then to Communist, followed by Barbie's Fox pounding out deep. Hope in Your Heart being scrubbed up by Williams, trying to get into it as they come around the home corner now, and Golden Mile comes back on Nugget. Golden Mile a length and a half on Nugget, followed by Williamsburg. Radina getting a gap. Further back to Kovalika, working into the clear. Hope in Your Heart coming down the outside together with Mo O'Brien, but Golden Mile has a good lead. Inside the 150, Golden Mile 2 in front. Radina, Democracy Manifest charging home. Golden Mile in front from Radina. Kovalika wide out. Radina just won it, I'd say, from Kovalika. Golden Mile. Then came Barbie's Fox, Democracy Manifest, the inevitable, and
then they came and swept, and as Chris Quinella did.
I think so. But the thing about Golden Mile is he got into a lovely spot. Not to take anything away from Kathy O'Hara, she is a journeyman of a jockey, and she goes everywhere in New South Wales. She fully deserves it.
Nice congratulations. This preparation to now win an Epsom, and nice congratulations there from James Cummings. Wow, he's really...
And pretty fitting result.
Amazing.
They put backed runner in this race. Come on, what's down the page? Poifik, Nadachi, they've...
Is last. Amazonian Lass kept them running before the corner with 650 metres to go by 2 lengths of Prilly and Nadachi. They were followed by, as they come to the corner, Dolphin Skin on the inside as they run the bend from Tiatard to Sonic Boom. Zardozi is off the rails and would spot the lead about 6 at this point. Then to Sonic Boom presenting to the middle. Legacy's trying to wind up in the red jacket from a long way back. Aprilia chasing down Amazonian Lass. 2 lengths Nadachi, followed by Zardozi into the clear from Sonic Boom, and then came Legacy, still Amazonian Lass at the 200 metres giving resistance. Now Aprilia and Zardozi pick her up, in particular Zardozi in plenty of air today, took the front, and Zardozi won it. Zardozi a length and a half of Aprilia, Amazonian Lass, Nadachi. They were followed next in the field.
James Cummings, Godolphin and Dali, they just simply had to let Zardozi bowl around again because she didn't see a hell of a lot of daylight last Sunday at Hillside. That race
to the Turnbull Stakes. It's all about Romantic Warrior. 75% of turnover is with the Hong Kong champ. Wow, 220 Gold Trip, markets open for him, and Gold Trip, markets open. $27 into 15, 12 and 13. Plate futures, because if Romantic Warrior wins today at 2.35 at the sports bet.
Presence of Hong Kong star Romantic Warrior.
Yeah, I think if he brings his best, he's going to be very hard to beat. Osipenko.
Gold Trip on top from the yard, the 2, loved his parade today. I think he's come on really nicely since his first up run. He looked outstanding in the coat, and he's just a consummate professional.
$40. They're backing Solcombe to beat him here. Chris Waller's got the 2 in it there at the top of the market. Second and
there on the rails. Well back in the field is Barclay Square, and last of all is Gold Trip as they reach the 1,000 marker, and well back in the running as well as El Bodegon. So Bankmore tried to slow it up, but West Wind Blows continues that move around them. Smoke and Romans is a length away in third as they approach the 800. Ozapenko fourth, and then Uncle Brennan, Romantic Warrior shuffled back to sixth, 4 off the lead. A length away Spanish Mission, and then came Right You Are, Emissary the rails. A length Francesco Guardi, and then came Solcombe, Duke de Cesar, El Bodegon. Well back Barclay Square, Gold Trip and Luna Flare as they run for the money in the Turnbull. 5.50 out. Bankmore tried to sool away from them. A length and a half West Wind Blows, Uncle Bryn. They were followed by Ozapenko presenting. Romantic Warrior brought towards the middle of the track. McDonald hasn't moved yet. 350 to go. Ozapenko up to West Wind Blows. Romantic Warrior. And here's Gold Trip, the Melbourne Cup winner, storming down the outside at the 200. Gold Trip runs on by 2 lengths, 3 lengths. West Wind Blows and Solcombe, but it's all Gold Trip. Gold Trip has bolted in the Turnbull. West Wind Blows second, Solcombe third, and Romantic Warrior 4. Towards the middle of the track, McDonald hasn't moved yet. 350 to go. Ozapenko up to West Wind Blows. Romantic Warrior. And here's Gold Trip, the Melbourne Cup winner, storming down the outside at the 200. Gold Trip runs on by 2 lengths, 3 lengths. West Wind Blows and Solcombe, but it's all Gold Trip. Gold Trip has bolted in the Turnbull. West Wind Blows second, Solcombe third, and Romantic Warrior 4. They were followed next in the field by Luna Flare and Spanish Mission.
One of the more spectacular performances we've seen to win the Turnbull Stakes. The 76th edition goes the way of last year's Melbourne Cup winner Gold Trip at a big price if you're playing in the World Pool Totes. He's got 58.5 kilos in the Caulfield Cup. They're prepared to target.
Unbelievable, I'm tingling. I can't believe he won like that. What a win.
Yeah, we saw you.
Gold Trip's won the 2023 edition. Can you believe what you've just seen?
Oh,
that really gets you going, doesn't it? Geez, he put the writing on the wall with his strapper and
here and wasn't allowed to run in a Cox Plate. In some respects, been a blessing.
Well, I'd say he'd probably have another Cox Plate on the table, so I don't think so. Look, he's here. Yeah, I just can't thank the team enough. Super, and it's probably his best win, if you can say that, from a Melbourne Cup winner. But
of star horses in the 76 editions of this race to win a Melbourne Cup and come back and win a Turnbull. We're talking Doremus, Makybe Diva, efficient no less. This was an incredible performance.
It was indeed, and I sort of was doubting him. Love the run of West Wind Blows, so he'll drop in weight in the Caulfield Cup. It's his target, gets up in distance. Sulcombe is ticking along beautifully. Keep an eye on stages.
So he's 3 Flemington runs in his career so far. 5th in this race last year with 54.5 kilos. The Melbourne Cup off the back of that, and then of course yesterday's performance, and now
top weights. I think they have to go to a Caulfield Cup. It's, in my opinion, the best race for him. It's tough.
And they've got him going super. It's the best he's ever looked. Jane Ivel.
Yeah, it's Jane's world, and we're just living in it. Pick of the yard was unbelievable.
That one.
Can you do?
And winning Group 1s for fun. I mean, that was a dominant display. You look at the field behind and you say, well, what's going to beat him wherever he steps out next? And if he's healthy and well, why couldn't he run in all 3? Well, it just earliness on pace. West Wind Blows, I think, was enormous.
Yep.
In the nicest way possible, I think Jay Spencer would have liked his time again there. He couldn't find a spot.
Yeah. So the horse we haven't spoken about is the favourite going into it, which the whole talk in the build-up to the race was all about Romantic Warrior. If he turns up keen early, James McDonald reported that post-race he'll come right on for it. He's still happy with how he is. What did you make of the performance?
Come on, Sam, pick up your game. Get it up there when he mentions it. Yeah, look, his favourite, Sulcombe, or equal favourite with West Wind Blows off the back of yesterday. Without a fight, $7. Breaker Guineas.
That's the horse I want to be on, Militarised.
Right now, that's the horse I want to be on.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Militarised, and what do we know about Victoria Road?
So $38 million in total in prize money with this single race with a record $20 million. It's hard to get your head around, isn't it?
There's the breakdown. $7 million takes your breath away.
There's a little bit more to it, though, of course.
Betting for 12 months, and we still don't know who's going to jump favourite. That's when you know you've got a very even race, and it certainly is that, the 2023 edition of the Tab Everest. Think about it, is $4.60 favourite at this stage. I Wish I Win, who has been favourite for probably, the past month or so, since news in regards to 50, Hawaii $11, and then Espiona $16. Buenos Noches.
Probably close to 50,000 people. They say there wasn't a ticket left. Good was that?
Bruce, this is like nothing I have ever experienced on a racetrack. The most beautiful part.
Alcohol-free. Presses on. Alcohol-free. Sits outside overpass. Think About It goes to 3rd. Cylinder 4th. And back to 5th. Private Eye. They're followed by Espiona. I Wish I Win. Buried midfield. Hawaii 5-0 deep out from Shinzo. Buenos Noches. Mazu. And In Secret settles back last of all. 600 to go. Overpass takes the lead now. A half on Alcohol-free. Cylinder box seats 3rd. Inside the favourite. Think About It. Then came Private Eye on a 3-wide path. I Wish I Win back on the inside looking for room as they come around the corner now. And the leader is overpassed. Alcohol-free dropped off. Cylinder comes off the fence. Think About It strides up. Private Eye. Espiona trying to work into the clear. I Wish I Win's running behind them. He needs room as Think About It takes the lead narrowly. Think About It from Cylinder. Private Eye. I Wish I Win. Think About It in front from I Wish I Win. Think About It. Think About It won the Everest. Beat I Wish I Win. Private Eye 3rd. In Secret rattling home. Then Cylinder from Espiona. Further back to About It. He's done it.
He has. He's won 9 consecutive races. He's only been beaten once. He's the most remarkable story. When Sam Clipperton first rode him at the odds, he's a son of So You Think. He's a Stradbroke winner, just like Alligator Blood's a Stradbroke League. 1 for 1. And have a look at the big betting that's obviously come on. Think about it late today. So that's
well, they both ran terrific, which I was pretty confident coming into the race that not only would my two run well, that Moody was the only, Peters was the only danger. So
during Queensland, what's this guy? We spoke about him during Queensland, thinking if you're training for a Cox Plate, I'm not unconvinced that he couldn't be there.
He's it's going to be a really interesting journey with him where we go from here. So. Lost for words, but it's an incredible performance to stay at 12, because after he won the Stradbroke, if it wasn't for the Everest being what it is, I never would have aimed him at this race at a 1200 metre.
That's think about it. To the outside, just getting past alcohol free and setting sail for victory. Off his back is Private Eye. Placed in the race last year, returns to run third, and splitting him is I Wish I Win. As mentioned, gate 1 was always going to be perhaps the question mark. Luke Nolan getting him into some clear air late, and he was able to then get to within half a length, maybe even a little bit shorter was the margin in the end on Think About It, who Joe Pride has done such an incredible job with across the course of the year.
His IVR rating was +6, which is that's some seriously elite figures. That puts him up in the realm of an Imperatriz, and there's got to be something. Who knows, if he gets out early, he may well have won the race. And In Secret was just fantastic. Fastest last 800, 600, 400. Second fastest last 200 of the day. If she drew a barrier, she may well have. It might have been I Wish I Win In Secret, fighting out the finish. But horses that put themselves in the spot, it's a big advantage.
George Main. So Racing New South Wales thought the time was right to have a King Charles III, a Queen Elizabeth Stakes in the autumn and a King Charles III Stakes. So they changed the day, they moved it a month, they brought it into this day, which has made the Everest Day even greater in so many ways. And as Katie said earlier, it's given it that Group 1 in so many ways. And as Katie said earlier, it's given it that Group 1. It's now the richest weight for age race in the world, over 1,600 metres. And the
captain, but I can't believe the amount of money I'm seeing for this horse. In terms of the hold, about 60% of the hold, but in terms of comparative money, there is 4.2 times more on Mr. Brightside than there is on Fangirl. In a race of this sort of nature, $1.95.
Man, then came Nugget from Buckaroo with Tissue. Well back, Whittle, Hope in Your Heart, and Kovalika in a 3-wide positions. Last of all, it's the Epsom winner, Radina, at the 600 metres, a half in front to Golden Mile. In third position, My Oberon, a half the outside to Mr. Brightside, given every possible hope in the run. Then came Fangirl, and 2 lengths to Think It Over. Into the straight, Radina in front from Golden Mile. My Oberon moves up boldly on the outside. Now Mr. Brightside and Fangirl, here they come. Fangirl moved up. Fangirl takes the lead from Mr. Brightside. He's got a job to get there. The mare's going great guns. Fangirl, look at her go. Fangirl, a big win in the King Charles III. Beat Mr. Brightside and My Oberon. I think Nugget fourth, then Kovalika further back to Think It Over. Hoping you.
And it wasn't being too good for her so many times. She gets a third Group 1. Look at her accelerate here. She's absolutely charging away. And My Oberon, who was second in that Doncaster behind Mr. Brightside, they basically finished the same today, don't they? But being bloused by
George Main, $5 million, moved to Everest Day, and Fangirl, fantastic. Wing Stakes at the start of the preparation, and look at her just explode up the Randwick Mile here. We've expected we'd see this from her at Randwick 1600 throughout her career so far, and this was a peak performance yesterday. To consider that she's beaten Mr. Brightside, the calibre of his credentials as a dual Doncaster winner at the Randwick 1600, and obviously what he's done in the Melbourne Spring thus far, to beat Mr. Brightside by 2.5 lengths, a smashing performance from the Chris
fair and square, wasn't it? Ben?
She stumped
Mr. Brightside had every possible.
Yeah, sure did. She's such a good. Thanks to Daily Sectionals, it's rated only narrowly behind the Everest. Different rate shape. They've really ripped home there again. But I think she's, she's won a Vinery. I don't know if she's as good at 2,000 Vinery. I don't know if she's as good at 2,000 metres, but she's in the conversation now for a Cox Plate. Why not? If she gets dry ground, you'd have to.
It's Scalacci Stakes, the 54th edition, 1,100 metres since 2015. Group 2 weight for age contest named after the great.
And there's been a very good rally late for Asfura here at Caulfield. You know she's a track and trip winner and loves this distance.
Ingratiating is last, 800 metres to go. So it's Asfura and Uncommon James, and they're stride for stride. 2.5 to Home Rule Chain of Lightning. So as they reach the 500 metres, so Uncommon James continues to serve it up to Asfoora, and they match motors at the 400 metres. 3 lengths, Chain of Lightning, Home Rule. Then came Lombardo, well back, Curran ingratiating Key Largo. It's Asfoora under a bit of a grip here at the 250, and got a length in front of Uncommon James. 3 lengths, Chain of Lightning, and then Lombardo. But Asfoora has dropped Uncommon James. 100 metres to go. Asfoora for Mitch Aiken. 3 or 4 lengths in front, and she's a bonny mare. Asfoora bolted in. Uncommon James second. Chain of Lightning third. Photo 4, Lombardo and Curran. Then...
Oh, she's a beauty, Asfoora. Loves Caulfield. I think you can circle
about the 300.
This was great racing. I really enjoyed this race. So you had the match race in the market and you had the match race on the track. So Damien Lane, blinkers on, thought, all right, I'll go up and serve it up to Asfoora and see if she's vulnerable at 1,100 metres. And I love the way Mitch Aiken wasn't bullied. He stayed off the fence. He had a plan. He wanted to get to a certain part of the track, and he wasn't overawed by the occasion at all, got to the part of the track he wanted, and when the acid was poured on, as it was Uncommon James that popped in the home straight, and she's done another good job, Asfoora. She's just a mare that's continuing to improve. I thought it was a career peak last start behind Imperatriz, and she's gone on with it, run another really good figure to win yesterday dominantly. Henry Dwyer's doing
a couple of the sharps have taken non-conformist at that price. 26 to 21 forgot you, the blowout there right down the bottom.
For the afternoon, the Neds, Might and Power last year.
He's on an upward spiral and he's heading south in the market. He has been all week
at this track and distance in the past.
For me, I thought that she's produced a terrific parade here. I genuinely think she's come back bigger and stronger this
flip. There's been a good go for Just Fine here. Hard fit, dropping back from the 2,400 metre Metropolitan. Was a brilliant winner 2,100 metres prior.
He's a shocker. Non-Kuis is last, so Deny Knowledge swings through halfway at the 950. 8 or 9 lengths in front of Alligator Blood, doing the donkey work. A length and a quarter to Just Fine. Then came Lindemann. A length and a quarter. He's a shocker. Then Non-Conformist, Vow and Declare, Forgot You, Alan Kerr, and 2.5 to Jewess. 700 metres to go. It's Deny Knowledge starting to paddle now. 5 lengths in front of Alligator Blood, make it 4. Then came Just Fine, who sooled up from Lindemann. 2 lengths to He's a Shocker, Non-Conformist. Then Vow and Declare a long way back with Alan Kerr, Forgot You, and Jewess is last. Deny Knowledge with Alligator Blood now breathing down her neck, and around the corner Alligator Blood went to the front from Deny Knowledge, who's gone. Then Lindemann, Just Fine, Vow and Declare, and Jewess back on the inside. Alligator Blood, 200 metres to go. 4 lengths in front of Jewess, Vow and Declare running a race, and then Non-Conformist. But it is all Alligator Blood. A 7th Group 1 coming up, and Alligator Blood wins it by 2 lengths. What a run, Vow and Declare. Jewess third, then Non-Conformist. Alan Kerr, Deny Knowledge. He's a shot.
One there, seen one there. He joins Northerly, So You Think, and Ocean Park, no less, as the only 4 horses this century to win the Underwood and then triumph in the race known as the Caulfield Stakes, but now badged as the Might and Power. Deny Knowledge set it up.
Yesterday, he was 5th, beaten 2 lengths in this race and also the Cox Plate last year. Suffice to say, again, no disrespect to the field in yesterday's Might and Power, but there certainly wasn't any Animos or I'm Thunderstrucks to deal with. Tim Clark gets it done. This horse has now got 7 Group 1s under his belt. Gay Waterhouse wins the race for the 2nd time.
The only horse that wasn't under complete sufferance on the turn and travelled up was Alligator Blood. He's answered his 2,000 metre credentials just emphatically there, and he's run the highest rated performance of the day thanks to daily sectionals. So he's thrown his hat in the ring as a genuine Cox Plate contender off this performance.
A couple of weeks, I just feel like we're going to look at the home turn and the Cox Plate, and he's going to be somewhere prominent in the screen.
Yep, he will. He's that sort of horse.
Track is swinging back, which is great news for the Caulfield Guineas, and also a 2-rack if you want to.
Guineas, 1,600 metres for the 3-year-olds at set weights. $3 million prize pool last year.
Best of the day, Militarise. I just can't wait to see him over 1,600 metres. There was a
waiting for him to get to a mile. He looks like a miler. He's really well.
Going to start your clear-cut favourite and the most popular with Sportsbet. But saying that, Stepardi has his supporters. You know he's unbeaten.
Griff goes to the outside. Southport to Cabana. Then came Little Bros and She Light is 3 deep. A length Southport Tycoon followed by Militarize and Centre Fires at the back of the field with Wolfie as they run by the 600 metres. So Griff looks to sool it up from here now. About 3/4 of a length in front of Limburg. A length and a half. Stapati is right there. Peels out 3 wide with every chance. Then came V8 behind them from King Colorado. Then came Verdad as they run the corner. Rock Empire, the longest yard under pressure. And then She Light. Stapati moves up on the outside, but Griff had a kick in the locker. And V8 is getting out as well. Griff kicked at the 200 metres. About a length in front of V8 and Stapati. It's still Griff by a length to V8. Griff is holding V8 for now. Griff wanders about. It's still in front though. And Griff wins a dramatic finish. Griff has won it from V8 Stapati, King Colorado. Will we hear more? Behind them, Verdad in company with Little Bros Southport.
Draw to give Kieran Maher and Dave Eustace yet another trophy. They add the Caulfield Guineas to their bulging cabinet here, and for the first time, Caulfield Guineas, there was a bit going on behind. As Griff shifts out here, we get a good look at the head-on as well, and that certainly looks more significant than what the side-on shot told us. So,
and I think in all the analysis of what happened late in the race, Ben, we've overlooked the effort of Ben Melham from the outside gate from 15 here to get Griff into the spot he did in these first couple 100 metres. It was a winning move.
It was a spectacular ride, watching the breakdown of the sectionals yesterday.
And Pride of Jenny. Where to next for the West Aussie star? That question is to be answered via the Toorak.
It's a fascinating contest because there's...
Like she's ready to peak. Although there was a couple of roughies that could be well placed down in the weights. Attrition, Amenable and even...
I make a case for many of them, even from the yard, but I'm sticking with Amelia's Jewel. I've got the...
She's a $4.60 favourite to win a Cox Plate. And she's $2.40 here, favourite for the Toorak. 460 in the...
Pride of Jenny, the leader. 850 metres to go. 3/4 of a length, Savannah Cloud. 2 lengths, Amenable, who got some cover on the outside of Ironclad. A length here to Shock. And then came Attrition. 2 lengths to Pounding Charterhouse. Also in that group of horses, Amelia's Jewel looking for clear air out deeper. A length and a half corner pocket, Antino, Pinstripe, See You in Heaven, Banker's Choice, Bel Toro, and the Inevitable. Pride of Jenny tried to get away before the corner. 3 lengths, Savannah Cloud, Amenable. They were followed by Attrition. Amelia's Jewel brought to the middle of the track, and then came Here to Shock out of the whip from Antino, and then Charterhouse. Pride of Jenny at the 200 with Amenable, and then came Attrition. Further back, Amelia's Jewel. Pride of Jenny at the 150, then Amenable, Attrition, and then came Antino on the outside. It's a big finish in the Toorak. Antino moves up to Attrition. Antino and Attrition, they hit the line. Attrition or Antino, nearly a dead heat. Attrition's kicked strongly. Photo third, Banker's Choice, and also Amenable. They were followed by Pinstripe, Pride of Jenny, Amelia's Jewel. I don't think she wanted to be here today. The Inevitable kicks and wins. Bo Mertens for Mitch Friedman. Attrition.
Group 1 Ducks broken for 2 of the nice guys of racing. Mitch Friedman and Bo Mertens combined with a track handicap. Bo Mertens.
What a ride from Bo. A great effort from the team. Everyone takes a massive part in it, and this is what we get up in the morning to do. And today in this race. Well, I've been drinking water all day. I've got to run a marathon tomorrow, so... Melbourne Marathon? Yeah. We might have to reassess. The celebrations might have to be tomorrow, but how good.
$1.80 opening quote out to even money and $2.05 now. So easing in the market is your short price favourite, and she's a hot favourite for...
Seagull Racing. And last of all is Dolphin Skin. Approaching the 600 metres. It's the favourite, Tropical Squall. By a length, Everlasting Kiss. A length, Saxon Beauty. Coco Sun under pressure. Passed by Grinzinger Bell. Then came Autumn Angel, who's in an awkward place at the moment. Could be dragged back by a tiring filly. Kona Santa around her. They were followed next by Another You and Bond Mistress. Tropical Squall shown the whip on the point of the corner, and she dashed away 3 lengths. Grinzinger Bell. Saxon Beauty is gone. Autumn Angel's got out. Kona Santa down the outside. Tropical Squall. 200 metres to go. 2.5. Kona Santa and Autumn Angel. Tropical Squall. 100 metres to go. Autumn Angel's picking her back. Tropical Squall grabbed by Autumn Angel. She's got her. Autumn Angel gets up to win it. A half-length Tropical Squall. Photo third, Basilina or Kona Santa, and they were followed by Another You.
Autumn Angel, so often a Stud Stakes that provides us with the winner of the Ethereal in 2023. and the former Anne Griff and the Caulfield Guineas continues to get enhanced. Tropical Squall.
The Caulfield Cup. No peer.
There's been plenty of talk around Gold Trip. He's going to have to be the first horse in the metric era to win the Caulfield Cup with 58.5 kilos. Then we've had for the record. I like one of the favourites without a fight. I thought the run in the turn.
It's all about Gold Trip here, folks. He is the best backed runner on the sports bet books. Although you'll see that he was $4.80 out to $5.50 and $6. We're holding twice as much as what we are on the second elect in West Wind Blows.
In the Q22, and this is grand final day, of course. He comes here off just one spring run in the Underwood.
I thought it was a terrific run. Fastest last 200 of the race. Looks ideally suited over 2,400 metres on firm ground, and the perfect
400-metre handicap.
Everything I've seen from Without a Fight since he joined the Freedman stable has pointed towards the Caulfield Cup, and he finally draws the right barrier. So I think
I'm with Gold Trip. He won the Turnbull in fine style. He's
also with a lot of quality, a lot of class, and he's fronted up and really simple. Really like the improvement that Without a Fight has made.
$100 each or two as they head out onto the track for the Caulfield Cup. It's a fantastic betting race. The liability is Gold Trip, the toppy. If he wins, we lose big time at Sportsbet. But West...
They make a good line and they're racing, and West Wind Blows hesitated, missed the start 2 or 3. Sulcombe 6 lengths last early. Bois d'Argent began well. Fame is last. It's 30 lengths first to last. Spirit Ridge kept them motoring towards the 1,000 metres by a length to Goldman. Huyamal third the inside, followed by United Nations. A length and a quarter, Valiant King, Right You Are. 2 lengths Bois d'Argent, followed by Breakup. The Japanese runners only about 7 or 8 off the front. 2 lengths West Wind Blows, then Emissary Without a Fight. Further back is Gold Trip, who's 15 off the lead from Francesco Gardi. Then a gap, Sulcombe well back in the field. Montefilia, Duke de Sessa, Akita Sushi and Fame. Spirit Ridge at the 600 metres led the field from United Nations. Huyamal's got a split. Right You Are made a line of 4. They're a length and a half. Valiant King. Breakup's coming on. So too West Wind Blows. Without a Fight's the widest. Gold Trip is tracking into it. Needs a run though. Right You Are, Huyamal into the straight from Valiant King. West Wind Blows. Break up. They were followed by Bois d'Argent. Without a Fight and Gold Trip are running on. West Wind Blows at the 200. Without a Fight runs on. Lays in on top of Gold Trip. West Wind Blows 100 to go. Without a Fight coming at it. Without a Fight. West Wind Blows. The heads in unison. Without a Fight. Without a Fight won the Caulfield Cup. Narrowly from West Wind Blows and Gold Trip. Fourth, Right You Are. They're a length and a half. Valiant King. Breakup's coming on. So too West Wind Blows. Without a Fight's the widest. Gold Trip is tracking into it. Needs a run though. Right You Are, Huyamal into the straight from Valiant King. West Wind Blows. Break up. They were followed by Bois d'Argent. Without a Fight and Gold Trip are running on. West Wind Blows at the 200. Without a Fight runs on. Lays in on top of Gold Trip. West Wind Blows 100 to go. Without a Fight coming at it. Without a Fight. West Wind Blows. The heads in unison. Without a Fight. Without a Fight won the Caulfield Cup. Narrowly from West Wind Blows and Gold Trip. Fourth, Right You Are, Bois d'Argent. Followed then by Valiant King, Sulcombe. Break up and Duke de Sessa behind that.
A Fight to the day and got it spot on. They took him to the Underwood off his Queensland winter, where he burst onto the Australian scene with those dominant victories in the Lord Mares, and then the Q22. For many, it was a big call not to perhaps go through a longer, more traditional route and tack Asian behind Alligator Blood. They targeted the Caulfield Cup, and in the end, he has prevailed. And Mark Zahra is the story here. He's pulled the right rein. He's been part of the Gold Trip story all the way through. Would Gold Trip go to the race? We weren't. We are stuck with Without a Fight. He committed, and as a result, he's now a 2-time winner of a Caulfield Cup after success on Very Elegant back in 2020. West Wind Blows has run enormous for Jamie Spencer.
Mark Zahra.
It was outstanding. It was a Caulfield Cup that promised so much going into it. Everyone was waxing lyrical about what a strong field it was, and it delivered big time. You know, the pace was on, quality was to the fore in the race, and I really enjoyed it.
Out in 73, home in 73, Ben. This was the third fastest Caulfield Cup since Diatribe set the race record in 2000.
And the significant thing about that, dailysectionals.com.au, 15 lengths quicker than average was the speed set up front by Spirit Ridge. So it was a genuine...
John, without a fight, and Gold Tripper running on. West Wind Blows at the 200. Without a fight, runs on. Lays in on top of Gold Trip. West Wind Blows 100 to go. Without a fight, coming at it. Without a fight, West Wind Blows. The heads in unison. Without a fight for the Caulfield Cup.
So Mark Zahra becomes a two-time Caulfield Cup winning jockey.
Standard from the old man. I called him about 45 minutes after, and his first words were, "That was good," and that was probably the extent of the conversation. So, really well, and we'll go straight to the Melbourne Cup now.
And his firm ground the key to him as well, like last year in the Melbourne Cup.
Ben Melham did a great job of Gold Trip. Maybe felt the weight. Maybe the Quinella was just a bit too good for him, but it was a sensational race.
A fascinating triangle revolving around Mark Zahra with our place getters. So, as we know, he rides and had committed to Without a Fight. His best mate, Jamie Spencer, is on West Wind Blows. Without a Fight, of course, being trained by the Crisfords, who previously had Without a Fight in their camp when he was in the Northern Hemisphere, and then back there,
Gold Trip.
And then back there in third, you've got Gold Trip, the horse that, of course, he's had such an incredible association with through the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, I like Romantic Warrior and the 3-year-old Militarize. I think that horse could potentially explode going to 2,000 being by done deal. But great.
It was run on the same day as the Caulfield Guineas, which I don't think was right. Montefilia was able to win one of those on that occasion, and now it's been moved to 2022. Now it's...
If you are keen on Tom Kitten, the price has stayed there. Our traders are taking this runner on. $2 out to $2.35 today, despite a wave of money going in that direction.
Deeper out on the outside of Ravello. 2 lengths away to Tom Kitten, travelling strongly on the rails in advance of Port Lockroy. Further back then to Long Jeans from Tutar Levita. Cap Ferrar between runners. 2 off to Madatsu, and Ramble On sees them all. Inside the 800 metres, and Raff Attack leads the way by a length to Glad You Think So. Gambare's at a cheap run on the fence. Kintyre deeper out, followed by Ravello. Then came Tom Kitten, who's gradually improving his position on the rails. Port Lockroy's come off the bridle. Then Cap Ferrar and Tutar Levita. The fillies right behind the favourite, although Hieronymus is coming well off the fence now on Tom. Peeling forward as they straighten. Raff Attack with a bit of a kick. The stablemate Gambare giving chase. Tom Kitten rounding them up. So's Port Lockroy on the outside, and Tutar Levita running on. Tom Kitten got to the front. 200 metres to run, and Tom's going strongly. Look at Tom go. 2, 3, 4 in front. Cap Ferrar down the outside into second. Now that's the best of Tom Kitten today. A much-deserved Group 1 victory. Tom Kitten won the Spring Champion in a cakewalk from Cap Ferrar and Gambare. Then came Tutar Levita, a gap to Port Lockroy.
Stakes, the perfect ride.
Yeah, it was such a good ride, so confident.
Lizzie, I think we've seen a serious horse now. There's been a lot of things, what's going on. That was an emphatic performance.
That's what we wanted to see from the short price favourite, and he was
got himself a Spring Champion Stakes and a Derby contender by the looks, with Tom Kitten sailing away to win yesterday's Spring Champion Stakes in Sydney by 4 lengths. It's the third Group 1 for Adam Hieronymus. He's having a fantastic spring on his return to the saddle as well. Of course, this is the race that we saw Manzoice come out of and run 8th last year. Sharp and Smart won the race. They then ran the Quinella in the Derby, and he looks at
of the invitation so far for the fillies and the mares, Lizzie?
We certainly have. Promised Its Success was able to win the first invitation, and Ice Bath, who then went on and won a Group.
Espiona's just best backed with Tab, and that said, has just held its price while the other one has firmed. So a point separating them to start, now 30 cents short at Magic Time. There's a big...
The Queen went to the front now from Alcohol Free, and Magic Time's on a 3-wide path. So the favourite will have to earn a victory today. Parasol with a cheap run on the inside of Royal Merchant, and Ruthless Dame whips up, getting cover on the back of the favourite. Then came Osbred Flirt. Opal Ridge back on the rails as they approach the home corner. 500 metres to run. Banana Queen just in front from Alcohol Free. Magic Time, then Parasol. Ruthless Dame scrubbed up on the outside of Royal Merchant. Espiona's getting right to the outside and coming home with a very good run. Alcohol Free moved up, hit the lead. Magic Time keeps coming. Espiona's lengthening on the outside with Ruthless Dame knuckling down. What a great finish here. Espiona trying to shake off Ruthless Dame. Magic Time's brave. Espiona laying in, nose in front, just won it. Espiona just won the invitation from Ruthless Dame and Magic Time. Alcohol-free kicked on that Osbred Flirt.
McAvoy.
Royal Merge.
What about Kerrin McAvoy, Lizzie? He won the first 2 Everests. He's won the only 3 invitations. We know what a great record he's got in all that other, but he likes a quid, doesn't he?
She was brilliant, but it was a really, really good race. I have to make an honourable
defeat at Caulfield. Okay, it's about one horse now coming up for the Manikato. It's all about the champion mare Imperatriz, shooting for a 3rd Group 1 here at Moonee Valley. You know she won the Moir and she's a week.
Last 3 starts either side of a spell. Winning the William Reid over last year's winner of this race, Bella Nipotina. She's returned to break the 1,000-metre track record here at the Valley twice in the McEwen, running 56.68. In the McEwen, running 56.68, 56.47 to win the Moir.
Yeah, she broke the track record.
The $2 million Group 1 now finds its home alongside the Cox Plate. We've got a small but select field.
Better. Look, Imperatriz has put her best foot forward today.
Your short price favourite here. No news is good news there for punters.
Inferno, and they're not going that hard. 750 out Imperatriz, the odds-on favourite, led Jigsaw by half a neck. They're a length and a half. Uncommon James, I Am War. The Inferno's trying to get off the fence. It's on the steel. And last, I Am Me. Imperatriz now skipped a length and a quarter. Jigsaw immediately under pressure. Coming up to the turn at the 350. Uncommon James hooked to the outside from I Am War, who's almost going backwards, passed by the Inferno and I Am Me, but Imperatriz glides around the corner. 3 lengths in front of Uncommon James, then I Am Me up the middle, but Imperatriz called upon, still 3 lengths in front, and the Tangerine Tsunami's going to do it again. Imperatriz won it well. Second, I Am Me, Uncommon James or the Inferno for 3rd, a gap to I Am War and Jigsaw.
All hail the Queen of the Valley in the spring of 2023. They've had a plan. Tiakau, he's done the seat warming in between, but Opie is here, and Imperatriz once again is a Group 1 winner at the Valley. The William Reid in the...
Bring in the McEwen and the Moir. What a machine.
What a horse. Maybe start time. She's Australia's best sprinter, I think, at the moment. And she, thanks to the daily sectionals, she's run another thumping time. She was the highest rated performance on the day. And I think she's probably at the moment the best sprinter in the country.
Me up the middle, but Imperatriz called upon, still 3 lengths in front, and the Tangerine Tsunami's going to do it again. Imperatriz won it well. Second...
Interesting note in the Stewards report. Ryder Opie...
Think about it, whenever he gets challenged, whenever the bar's raised, he clears it. So let's raise the bar really high and see how he would go against Imperatriz and
sort of where the...
Afterwards, when I went and congratulated him, I said, how good is she? And we know how good a jockey Opie is and all the good horses he's ridden. He said to me, best I've ever ridden. So that's you amazing. Go back through...
It's a memory that you'll die with. It's the Ladbrokes Cox Plate.
Actually, you have to get it right. And punters are saying that James McDonald on Romantic Warrior will tactically get it right. He got out to $3.90 at one stage, back into...
There's 2 here for me, 2 bets that I could have in the race. One of them, Romantic Warrior on top. I think he...
Yeah, I'm happy to be with Romantic Warrior as well. And the other horse that I want to be on is Fangirl, who I think will get the last opportunity.
Gone with Mr. Brightside on top. His parade today reminded me of his parade prior to an All-Star Mile. It's the best he stepped out.
Go in the Cox Plate now. He got out to as far as $4. He's now into $3.30. The money coming for the favourite. James McDonald riding the Hong Kong champion here. The market says he's right.
Racing in the Cox Plate. Romantic Warrior jumped away well with Alligator Blood and Militarise over on the far side. Victoria Road just got chopped out there, and King Colorado shows speed out deeper, and Zaki out even wider at the judge. Alligator Blood joined by King Colorado. Romantic Warriors just behind those horses, 3 and 4 deep on the first corner, and Zaki's out even deeper. They were followed by Militarise and Mr. Brock and a half. My Oberon and Gold Trip well back pinstripe, and last is Fangirl at the 1,000 metres. King King Colorado in front by a neck to in second. Zaki, a length and a half to Alligator Blood, a length and a quarter Romantic Warrior. Then came Mr. Brightside, saving every inch of ground. A length and a quarter Victoria Road, followed by Duis. Then Militarized, Gold Trip, My Oberon, Pinstriped and Fangirl is last. To the side of the course at the 700, King Colorado with Zaki the outside. Alligator Blood is poised. A length Mr. Brightside sneaking round the fence. Then came Romantic Warrior. Further back is Duis, Victoria Road, Gold Trip, My Oberon, Pinstriped and Fangirl with Militarized up to the corner. Zaki claims King Colorado. Alligator Blood is right there. Romantic Warrior 4 deep, a length and a half off them. Mr. Brightside off the fence, needs room. And then came Duis into the straight. Alligator Blood at the 200 took the front. Romantic Warrior the outside. Alligator Blood at the 100. Romantic Warrior, Mr. Brightside. Still Alligator Blood. Mr. Brightside coming at it with Romantic Warrior. It's a photo finish. Mr. Brightside or Romantic Warrior. It's a photo finish. Darky claims King Colorado. Alligator Blood is right there. Romantic Warrior 4 deep, a length and a half off them. Mr. Brightside off the fence, needs room. And then came Duis into the straight. Alligator Blood at the 200 took the front. Romantic Warrior the outside. Alligator Blood at the 100. Romantic Warrior, Mr. Brightside. Still Alligator Blood. Mr. Brightside coming at it with Romantic Warrior. It's a photo finish. Mr. Brightside or Romantic Warrior. It's a photo finish. Alligator Blood third. For fourth, we've got Fangirl in company with Duis, who ran a race. Then Zaki, Gold Trip, well back in the Colorado and Victoria Road. Romantic Warrior is going to get up by a nose.
Romantic Warrior has denied a Hayes fairy tale in the Cox Plate. The plan has come together for Danny Shum, James McDonald and Hong Kong. Craig Williams bidding to take the Cox Plate back to Hong Kong, and James McDonald becomes the first jockey since Michael Clark in 1989 and 1990 on Almirad, and ironically in some respects better loosen up in those famous Lindsay Park silks. J-Mac's the first jockey to go back-to-back in the Cox Plate on different horses for 33 years. And Romantic Warrior has shown all of his championship qualities to flex late and win the Cox.
So much. I've got so much faith in this horse, and oh my God, I thought I got beat. I know you thought you got beat. And we won the Cox Plate, baby!
Him to have that much emotion with a horse like this, and what a huge thrill for this race to have the horse from Hong Kong come here and just narrowly deny Mr. Brightside, who was so brave, in defeat for Craig Williams.
Credit to Peter and Danny. Takes a hell of a lot of balls to come out of Hong Kong with all the prize money. One of the best racing jurisdictions in the world, and they come here and showcase their boy. I reckon he's got more to come too. He's just been bubbling. He made significant amount of improvement like we thought he did. And he loves the bloody valley.
It was a privilege to be a part of it, and it's the best race for me. It really is. You know, we mentioned those.
The data at the bottom of the screen, but official timing, just 0.22 of a second outside of Winx's track record set in this race in her third win in 2017.
Yeah, so there were some murmurs that King Colorado was going to go forward, and he did just that. By Cox Plate.
The front, Romantic Warrior the outside, Alligator Blood at the 100, Romantic Warrior, Mr. Brightside, still Alligator Blood, Mr. Brightside coming at it with Romantic Warrior. It's a photo finish. Mr. Brightside or Romantic
Race almost
Warrior.
needs 12 individual assessments, given the quality and the runs in it as well. Well, Como, I had some of the Mr. Brightside connections behind me. They thought they'd won, to my eye looking at the screen, and as they hit the line, it looked the way, but it's amazingly opposite.
Well, if you see...
Behind that crew, and I thought, as I said, I thought he had won, and obviously they did. And it was actually heartbreaking when they realised that he hadn't. I mean, well done, Romantic Warrior and connections, but I thought for Lindsay Park and the boys and the crew, and the team just shattering once because they genuinely...
The purchase and then...
They have held pretty much unlucky. Duais, I still think if she got to the outside of Romantic Warrior at the top of the straight, we could be here saying it was a fairy tale for Damien Oliver. I still think that she was probably the unluckiest in the race. So how good does that look for our...
Right. Hence the margin of a nose on the line.
Ultimate game of inches.
Take nothing away from Craig Williams, though, Michael Walker. It was a fantastic ride. As good a ride as you'll see on the day, after having to go to plan...
The whole race and knowing that you're going to win it.
The other thing is you can certainly make a case Duais was unlucky. I think you can definitely make a case Fangirl was unlucky. So let's place the elite of the elite. Probably were exposed.
This race, the Giga Kick, named after the winner of last year's Everest. So that's how...
He had 1 point, so $1.90 now out from $1.70. Private Eye at $2.70 has been a firmer, and then Bella Nipotina. There's hardly any money.
Middle at the tail of the field. This is a good go for the lead. Bella Nipotina. She's pushing through the middle of the ruck and goes to the front from Cole Crusher. Zapatea drop back and think about it. Gets to fourth. Sam Clipperton's done his job. The favourite in a brilliant spot at the 800 metres. Private Eye's back down on the rails at this point. On the inside of Marzua, then Cascadian and Surf Dancer see them all. Cole Crusher in front. Clipperton wasn't happy with the set, and he gets going now and think about it. And think about it strides to second. Bella Nipotina third, and now Private Eye is slicing through into fourth. Coming around the turn, Cole Crusher swings in front. A length and a half. Think about it. Bella Nipotina locked up on the inside, then Private Eye. Further back, Zapateo. Marzu down the outside. Cole Crusher in front. Think about it, a neck away. Now level, and Private Eye's heading top gear on the outside. Private Eye, and think about it. Private Eye hits the lead. Bella Nipotina late, but Private Eye in front from Bella Nipotina, charging. Oh my goodness, this is close. Bella Nipotina lunging at Private Eye. Think about it third. Then came Cole.
At the moment in the points, if she wins this, she gets the whole lot. They hit it. She's got it, I reckon, and she has. She's got the big sweep. Craig Williams, who's won an Everest, he's got the Golden Grand Slam, and they get the big payday today. Sensation
ride there from another jockey. You could see Craig Williams. He's looking, waiting, urging for that gap. There's no room, even less room than there was with Sweet Mercy in the previous race. He got chopped out of it. He found the line. What a performance.
Oh, Richo, what a race, what a ride, and what a fair dinkum upset on the line.
Well, really running a massive race because she'd been building and building and building. And the team...
This was the highest rating performance of the day, thanks to daily sectionals, and huge win, given she lost momentum in the home straight, and Private Eye had his full momentum. She was still able to pick up and beat him. Think about it.
$10 million in prize money and an outrageous trophy that would sit very well with that Everest masterpiece. It's right up there with one of the most richest races in world sport.
Moon, the winner of the gold. That's enough. Hawaii 5-0 has been absolutely truckloaded the last 5 minutes. Amelia's Jewel just trims in 10 cents as I speak, so we have equal favourites now, but I can assure you the best backed runner in the race, 50 on the third line. Obam Buramai at $7, the Japanese horse, trimming in from double figures today. Pericles at 11, Kovalika at that. Too much interest in any of them. Bar Straight Acer, I know it's 26 out of 51, but they're...
Back on the inside of the favourite, Amelia's Jewel in the red cap. Further back to Straight Acer, Obam Buramai. Then came Vienna Princess, Ruthless Dane. Then came Legato from Knight's Choice. Galeron trying to start a run. Kovalika's been shuffled back to join Rosita at the tail of the field. On the corner, it's Golden Mile swinging in front from New Endeavour. Communist has done it tough. Pericles needs a run. Then Coin Toss, Age of Kings. Amelia's Jewel looking to slice through the pack. Hawaii 5-0 still 5 off. The Nash has got nowhere to go as Golden Mile kicks. The stablemate Pericles giving chase. Golden Mile a length. A half on Pericles getting closer. Obam Buramai is charging home. It's Golden Mile. Pericles. Obam Buramai. The Japanese stallion bombed them. Obam Buramai. My goodness. What a great finish. He got up to beat Pericles, and Golden needs a run. Then Coin Toss, Age of Kings. Amelia's Jewel looking to slice through the pack. Hawaii 5-0 still 5 off. The Nash has got nowhere to go as Golden Mile kicks. The stablemate Pericles giving chase. Golden Mile a length. A half on Pericles getting closer. Obam Buramai is charging home. It's Golden Mile. Pericles. Obam Buramai. The Japanese stallion bombed them. Obam Buramai. My goodness. What a great finish. He got up to beat Pericles, and Golden Mile followed then by away. Hawaii 5-0, Amelia's Jewel and Communist. Then came New in.
Just like Lise Crusher did, didn't he? From the land of the rising sun, you could see him when he got the gap, this horse, this colt, who's only had 5 runs before. You could see that he was starting to wind up. He hasn't raced for a long time. He's on the inside. He's got the white with the striped red. The 2 Godolphin horses, Zach Lloyd's there, can win it. And have a look at Josh Parr, who got the ride during the week, wind him up, and he came with a flashing run. And a Golden Eagle's on its way to Japan, and it becomes world famous.
World famous and run second, but now we're seeing an international flavour. A horse having his 6th start here in Australia and being able to take out a $10 million race. Josh Parr, a master.
And grabs the Golden Eagle on Obam Buramai, who was having his 6th career start. He was a Group 2 winner at 2, a Group 3 winner at 3 in his homeland, had been placed to Group 1, and he dead set flew home. The other story in the race, though, was Amelia's Jewel, who was just in racing's washing machine. Unfortunately for Damien Lane, whose post-race comments were effectively, "I'm glad I came back alive."
Yeah, so that was a nasty incident. There were 2 horses travelling.
And anything too important, so hopefully it's just something minor that can heal up pretty well. But you can see the vision there. She just really gets knocked sideways, and she, like you said, she was
supported horse, and we're holding more money than we are on Cylinder with Shinzo, $4.60 into $4.40. Stratton and
importance. The Coolmore Stud Stakes for the sprinting 3-year-olds. 1,200 metres, $2 million on the line. James McDonald winning the...
And it's a great betting race there too. Cylinders creeping out to the $4, $3.90 here with Sportsbet. Shinzo, when markets open, he's clearly been the best back colt in this.
Yeah, I Am Unstoppable between horses, and then came well back in the field. She Light, Treasure Way, Butch Cassidy, Mexico and Nadal at the 400. Osmosis in front by a length and a half to Shinzo. Then came V8 Arkansas Kid, and back behind those horses, I Am Unstoppable. Osmosis at the clock tower, led by a length to Shinzo, Arkansas Kid, and I Am Unstoppable is running on. The leader, Osmosis, with 50 metres to go. Osmosis is clear and will take it out by a length and a quarter. I Am Unstoppable second, Shinzo third, Photo fourth, V8 or Arkansas Kid, then Stratton.
Unadulterated pandemonium around the mounting yard at Flemington, given what is on the line. Yes, it's Am Unstoppable on the line. Bjorn Baker.
The last 6 years, and it was the son of a former winner of this race, progeny of Zoostar and Osmosis at $250,000.
Never ever thought I'd see the day where I say, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
This guy's future. He's now got a second future as a stallion. I thought Rachel really summed it up well. She assists.
So it's hard to have multiple. Here's the feature now, and it's all about Riff Rocket, your favourite for the Victoria Derby. James McDonald looking to hit the board here today, clearly holding
meters, and it's Sacred Eagle just in front of Bulawayo. The 200 to 1 shot. Tokyo Run made a line of 3. 2 lengths away, Air Assault for Dad. Then came Roguery, Sunsets. Next is Riff Rocket, still 7 off the front. Apulia's trying to get away from the fence to the outside. Gates and McCante, and then came Cosguy. Bulawayo at the top of the straight at the 450, moved up and took Sacred Eagle, Air Assault for Dad. They were followed by Sunsets and Riff Rocket down the centre of the course at the 300 metres. Sunsets goes to the lead, 3/4 of a length in front of Riff Rocket, followed by Apulia. Sunsets at the 200, Riff Rocket pegging it back. Riff Rocket took the front, it's just in front. Riff Rocket from Sunsets, Apulia. Riff Rocket, Apulia's coming at it. Riff Rocket, Apulia, a hit bobber, a photo finish, a thrusting, desperate finish between Riff Rocket and Apulia. Heads up and down, Sunsets third, then Cosguy. A gap in the field, McCante for Frank, Air Assaults, then Gold Bullion and Tokyo Run. Photo finish, Riff Rocket will just win.
Get to back for Team Waller in the Penfolds Victoria Derby. Manzois last year at a quote. This year, the favourite Riff Rocket gets it done.
There was a race where there was a little bit of speed early home in pretty quick sectionals. Riff Rockets run the 20th fastest last 200 of the meeting, and Apulia the 9th fastest of the entire day. So they had a bit of running still to do at the...
Sure. All right, let's look forward to the third of the Group 1s here now, and it's all about the Empire Rose and Chris Waller James McDonald are looking to go back-to-back Group 1s, and it's all about a tissue. You know, a fourth up form here at Flemington is the right form.
Just now passed on the outside by Pride of Jenny, who put up about 2.5 lengths from Deny Knowledge and Jenny Lala. A length and a half away, Alcohol Free. Further back in the field as this leader got right away, Wishlaw Lass in 5th place. Next along the inside, More Secrets, Life Lessons. 2 lengths, Foxy Frida. They were followed by Hope in Your Heart, Hinge Shuffle Dancer. Well back at Tissue in company with Barbie's Fox, Princess Grace, Osbred Flirt and Renaissance Woman. So as they come up towards the home corner at the 650, and the front runner, Pride of Jenny, is 7 lengths in front from Deny Knowledge, and they're about 8 lengths in front of, in next position, Alcohol Free, Jenny Lala. Then came Wishlaw Lass. Behind those horses, More Secrets, Life Lessons to the middle of the course, and back behind them, Foxy Frida. 350 metres to go. Pride of Jenny is out still by 6 lengths from Deny Knowledge, Alcohol Free, Jenny Lala, Life Lessons, and a Tissue the outside at the 200 metres. It's a long home straight for Pride of Jenny. She's starting to walk. She's 3 lengths. A Tissue 2.5. 2 lengths. Has she held on? Pride of Jenny, what a ride! Fortune favours the brave, won it by 3/4 of a length. Pride of Jenny from a Tissue, then Life Lessons back.
Kieran Maher, Mikey Barrett cannot believe what they've just seen. A heist from Declan Bates. An incredible ride to win the Empire Rose for the Otterbrays. With
Declan Bates' ride, Benny, 0.02 of a second outside the race record that Collett set a couple of years ago, just indicates.
Yeah, so she drew wide. She was terrific winning the stock stake, running second to Amelia's Jewel and track record time the stock stakes a couple of starts ago, and did a good sectionals. The first section of the race, 15.6 lengths faster than average. And when you're clearing Deny Knowledge the way she has, you can tell she's led at a good speed. Also thanks to daily sectionals, highest rating performance of the day. So
that's where you thought they're not catching this thing. Oh, about the 300, Mike, I think too big.
I thought at about the 800 when there was massive gaps from first to second and then second to the chasing pack. And there were some very good horses that were off the bit a long way out. Like they were taken out of their comfort zone and you just knew they weren't going to run on. I mean, Pride of Jenny tried to do the same thing in the Coolmore last year on a ridiculously hot speed, and on the line she was coming again. And if a Tissue had have loomed up alongside her, I reckon she would have just kicked on. She is so tough, that mare, and great to see her get a Group 1 because she deserves it.
And Kieran spoke to that.
Gold Trip, the defending champ, will carry the top weight. Without a fight, the Caulfield Cup winner, who was fantastic, and Hutch all on.
Times, I'm not sure how much depth there is to the field. I think there's 5 or 6 principals.
In the last couple of years, Incentivise was $2.90 2 years ago when running second to Very Elegant, an $18 winner. And last year, Deauville Legend at $4, who started at $21. So Vauban will probably split the middle there, but has clearly been the
traditional lead up to a Melbourne Cup. Without a fight, will try and become the first horse since Ethereal back in the early 2000s to do the double. Ben
Udfit, he's been in work a long time, got good ground to suit there, gets good ground to suit again on Tuesday. I did the form, finished the form for the race last night. Was very, very surprised. He's not my top pick, but I went and saw he was $8. I noted there with Ladbrokes he's already been $7.50 into $6.50 since last night and had something on him. I just thought the price was completely wrong last night. I think he's got to be one of the leading chances.
Benny, you got the favourite on top, but Without a Fight, you made a strong case for.
Yeah, I think Without a Fight's the one currently over the odds, but
Ben's there, so I won't go through the others, but have thrown in a vow.
What an effort.
Yeah, I'm with Catherine. Without a Fight, I thought he was fantastic in the Caulfield Cup and the Firm Grounds.
I've gone Without a Fight, Salcombe, Breakup and Gold Trip.
The favourite's the starting point. I think Salcombe, the place, is a great bet on Tuesday with Joe Moret.
Track for now at $6. I think that's an attractive bet with Vauban, Without a Fight, Gold Trip.
The piece just got the best manner about him in the mounting yard. He copes well with race.
And they are Vauban, who leads the way at $5 and your favourite. We're holding more money, though, for Gold Trip, last year's winner, at $7. Without a Fight's been rock solid on Melbourne Cup Day, $8. Absurd, the best.
Towards the back of the field, more Felons, Akita Sushi, and last of all, Virtuous Circle. 1,700 metres to go in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Serpentine is the leader. From on the outside, Carla Poor, and Future History is third. A length and a half, Magical Lagoon, and also Vow and Declare, and they get away at this stage as they reach the 1,500 metres. They're 4 lengths in front of Right You Are and Vauban, saving every inch of ground. A length and a half, the stable made Absurd, and then came Gold Trip. A length away, La Scotch is 3 wide at this stage, and then came Military Mission. A length away in the field is True Marvel, and then came Alan Kerr, Deshaun Sweet Jr. without a fight. Shiraz well back in the field, well back 2/3 down as Ash runs Salcombe and Breakup, and they were followed by more Fallons as they string right out at the 1,000 metres. Akita Sushi is well back in the field as well, and towards the back Interpretation and Virtuous Circle. So it's Serpentine running this along very solidly midway towards the 800 metres. It's a true staying test by 2 lengths to Carla Poor and Future History. Vow and Declare is nice and close, 3 or 4 off them. They were followed by Right You Are. Vauban's only about 4 or 5 off them. Absurd the outside. Gold Trippers tanking through, needs runs. Deshaun Sweet Jr.'s wedging through them, and Alan Kerr, plenty of hopes around the corner into the straight in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. And here's Vauban on the outside of Future History, and Vow and Declare between them. Absurd is also chiming in. 400 metres to go. It's Absurd moving up on the outside for Zach Purden. A length in front, but without a fight, is running on right down the centre of the track. Without a fight up to Absurd, Vow and Declare, and Shiraz the bolter. It's without a fight. 100 metres to go. 2 or 3 lengths in front, coming away from Shiraz and also Salcombe. Without a fight, Mark Zara, a Melbourne Cup champion, wins it by 2 lengths. Second in the race was Salcombe, third Shiraz. They were followed by a photo for fourth, Ash Run to Deshaun Sweet Jr. Then Interpretation. The course was Gold Trip, and Virtuous Circle was the last, and being pulled up at the 200 metres, Right You Are.
The sweetest slice of history possible for Anthony and Sam Friedman, the father-son training combination, and now 2-time Melbourne Cup winning jockey Mark Zara, who becomes, and without a fight, enshrines himself in history as just the 12th horse and the first Ethereal in 2001 to complete the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double.
And get to the outside, and he sprinted and won easy.
It reminded me a little bit of Glenn Boss on Makybe Diva. Just so cool, so calm, saving ground, picking the right horses, picking the gaps at the right time. And
said before, I was following Alan Kerr, but had Ollie on, so there's a tick. Gold Trip was in front of me, that's a tick. Ryan Moore's in front of him, that's a tick. So I think I can stay here as long as I can. I'll wait for these 3, excellent jockeys to start making their moves. We're going to follow them. So I did. Jay make it off. Ollie probably didn't have the horse, and then all of a sudden I started to travel, and he's a horse that. But it was opening up, and I was getting the front early, but I thought there's just no way on earth anything's coming from behind me, and boom, away we went.
How do you
ride to conserve energy and produce the horse, saving as much ground as possible? It reminded me a lot of Makybe Diva's first and third Melbourne Cups, the way she just picked her way through the field and the way without a fight was able to do so. Don't want to remind Salcombe backers, but you can probably take note of him. He was probably unlucky to not finish closer. It's debatable whether he could have won. I think it's worth noting how soft without a fight was over the concluding stages. If you're feeling too hard done by with Salcombe, but what a performance, and it shouldn't be undersold how big an effort it is to do the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double.
Down the centre of the track, without a fight up to Absurd, Vow and Declare, and Shiraz the bolter. It's without a fight, 100 metres to go, 2 or 3 lengths in front, coming away from Shiraz and also Salcombe. Without a fight, Mark Zara, a Melbourne Cup champion, wins it by 2 lengths. Second in the race was Salcombe, third Shiraz.
So consider...
so
to suit him 12
he's a
months ago.
dry tracker,
Yeah.
did not get conditions to suit, but he was so good coming back during the Brisbane winter. But it's worth noting, Mark Zara...
He was going to ride, so conditions this year really favoured Without a Fight as opposed to Gold Trip.
They did indeed, and he's...
Harlow missed. Tropical Squall next the inside. Then came Everlasting Kiss, a length and a half to Serve Cold, who sits on the outside of Basilina. 2 lengths Zardozi, still 8 off the front from Another You. Ethel fled and well back Coco Sun with also Ethel Maud. So Amazonian Lass comes around the turn. She's off the rails for Clark at the 450. 2 lengths Harlow missed, and then came Everlasting Kiss. Zardozi brought towards the middle of the course, and Basilina right up on the inside as they reach the 300 200 metres, Amazonian Lass joined by Zardozi. Ethel fled from a long way back, but Zardozi kicks into gear. 3 lengths in front from Ethel fled, then Basilina, but it's all Zardozi. Zardozi coming clear from Ethel fled, and Zardozi wins the Oaks for J-Mac. Won it by 2 lengths. Second Ethel fled, 5 lengths Basilina from Amazonian Lass Coco Sun.
So this was not a genuine test of stamina in traditional sense, the Oaks this year. So, you know, they went at an even enough speed. They weren't walking by staying tests, and that allowed Zardozi to just use her superior turn of foot, and her class shone to the fore, and she was able to sprint away from the second horse in Athelfled, who had her back, couldn't sprint with her, but then was really strong at the finish and looks a staying mare of the future. Basilina for Damien Oliver has ground away into third quite nicely, but the winner just had too much class for them.
And a good week for Matthew Smith. So you had Ethelfled run on into...
It's the top 2 in the market that have been well backed. Imperatriz just pushed out slightly late in betting to now be a $2.10 market leader. In Secret's trimmed up late from $3.90 into $3.60.
You with the Kiwi mare?
Yeah, I think she's gone to a new level this preparation, and I think she can...
I'm happy to be with Imperatriz. She's got...
It's a very similar parade to what we've seen from her recently.
Secret and 2-star Kiwi jockeys James McDonald and Opie Bossum. So Imperatriz will go off your favourite, but the best backed runner clearly to beat her is In Secret. She got it.
Into the field is Bella Nipotina, so the front runner front page, 700 metres to go from Imperatriz, and they were followed by Asfura tracking the favourite. Next is Star Patrol. In Secret tracks Asfura, followed by Lofty Strike, Airman, Buenos Noches, Say Magique, well back Espiona, and last is Bella Nipotina. So 450 metres to go. It's front page in front, freewheeling by a length Imperatriz, then Star Patrol, Asfura, back behind those In Secret, and then came Buenos Noches. Front page joined by Imperatriz at the 200 metres. Buenos Noches and In Secret trying to chase down Imperatriz at the 150. Imperatriz in front, Buenos Noches coming at her, but it's Imperatriz. She digs in, she's a neck in front. Another star turn from a brilliant mare. Imperatriz from Buenos Noches In Secret. Fourth in the race was Espiona from Bella Nipotina. Then Say Magique front page.
All hail the Sprint Queen. Three Group 1s for the spring. 4 in a row with Opie Bossum in the saddle. Quarter of I Am Invincible, who's now 17 wins from 23 career starts, 3 placings. Her prize money will vault north of the $5 million mark.
And Jay's front page joined by Imperatriz at the 200 metres. Buenos Noches and In Secret trying to chase down Imperatriz at the 150. Imperatriz in front. Buenos Noches coming at her, but it's Imperatriz. She digs in. She's a neck in front. Another star turn from a brilliant mare. Imperatriz from Buenos Noches In Secret.
8 Group 1s now, 4 in New Zealand, 4 in Australia. Well, obviously, we know the tone of the
4 lengths faster than average for the first section, and her overall time was the second highest ranked on the day, 4 lengths above standard, which is about 2 lengths off what she's done in the Moira and the Manikato. But I think we need to put a caveat on those straight track times for both Derby Day and yesterday. Those strong southerly winds were seriously impacting the times. The closing in a Rupert Clark, but that might be asking it.
Is race 7, the Kennedy Champions Mile over, you guessed it, 1,600 metres, and it's $2.50 a piece for the top 2 horses at the top of the market, that being Mr. Bright.
Their 6th meeting for the year. Mr. Brightside's finished in front of Alligator Blood on each of those occasions.
Slight lean to Mr. Brightside because I think he can get...
Look at exceptional, so you can make a case for each and every one of them. I've gone with Mr. Brightside on top
of other top-class horses. So let's have a look at the market courtesy of Sportsbet. She did get out to sort of 250, 260, 270, back into 240, 245. That'll tick.
Girl at this stage is about 9 to 10 off the leader at the 1,000 metres. Pride of Jenny for Declan Bates just slips her a little bit more leather, and she led by 4 or 5 at this stage. She snuck away at the 800 metres from Alligator Blood. 2 lengths Victoria Road, a similar gap, Mr. Brightside. Then came Banker's Choice, the Inevitable, and Fangirl is 15 off the leader. Approaching the turn, 600 to go. Pride of Jenny, can she do it again? She's 6 in front of Alligator Blood. They were followed by Victoria Road, Mr. Brightside. Back behind them, Banker's Choice, the Inevitable, and now Fangirl. J-Mac brought her to the outside, and she's starting to soar into it. Pride of Jenny Jenny up the 350. 3 lengths in front of Alligator Blood, Mr. Brightside. Then came Fangirl down the centre of the course. Pride of Jenny starting to paddle at the 200 metres. She's a length and a half in front of Alligator Blood, but she's fighting Pride of Jenny. She's still clear from Alligator Blood and Mr. Brightside. Pride of Jenny, this has been spectacular, and Pride of Jenny won again from Mr. Brightside, Alligator Blood, and then Fangirl next to finish the inevitable. Tail of the field, Declan Bates, take a bow.
A masterful performance from horse, jockey and trainer in the space of 7 days. And that's as euphoric. Brightside. They ran 134.86 last Saturday. That was hurtling. They've gone inside that this afternoon. 134.75. It was an emotional scene.
Rolled her along. They all wanted to sit off thinking she'd come back, and she's just been too tough. Huge training performance. But again, such a good ride from Declan Bates to take the race by the scruff.
Combination of a lot of days ago, and Carl Diorio, who's a great judge, has highlighted this in a tweet overnight, Ben, saying that went out 1.28 seconds slower than the Empire Rose last Saturday, allowing her to register the last 800 1.39 quicker than 7 days ago. Same result.
Yeah, and daily sectionals, basically 9 lengths faster than standard the first section, then still 4 lengths faster the second section of the race, and then the last completely out on the last 200 metres. But she's tough, and it gets everyone out of their comfort zone chasing her. And most
should the chasing pack have done more, knowing what happened last week?
I think knowing the wind and the pad on the day and how hard it was, yeah, I think they would have been far better served being closer to her. Now, does that mean they...
Market courtesy of Sportsbet. West Wind Blows is your favourite. An easy one at that. Some might say he's got the blows. $2.50 out to $3. $3. Zaki, $10 we put up. Ooh, that was gone. It was $5 earlier today. Now $4.20 with the way the pattern's going. Proud West pretty...
Tip coming via the Caulfield Cup.
Yeah, I've just been so impressed by his 2 runs since...
Start. I think that's the key to the race. If he happens to...
It's not much between either of them. They both had improvement to come out of their last...
Sportsbet, in fact, $2.70. So good late press here, as my man BZ would say, for West Wind Blows. Zaki, all the damage was done early. 10 into 5. They've gone again into 4.
Who's going to tuck in on the rails from Buckaroo. West Wind Blows. Spencer's trying to get it going early, and it's now whipping up 3 and 4 deep around those horses. Then came Montefilia, who's third last from Zayrek, and last of all down the back section is We Tour. So they get towards the 1400 metres, where it's Zaki joined and now headed by West Wind Blows, who's going to go to the front. They're 2 lengths to Pinstriped in 4. A length and a quarter Young Verter, a similar gap to Duis. Then came on the outside Buckaroo, then a gap to a Tissue, Zayrek, and well back Montefilia, and We Tour as last as they reach the 800 marker. So the front runner is West Wind Blows. It's been a neutral pace by a length and a quarter. Zaki, 2 lengths to Pinstripe. They were followed by Buckaroo, who's moving up around the outside and putting itself in the race from Young Verter. Next in the field is Prowess as they run the turn from Duis, getting away from the rails and is trying to come into it from a Tissue, and then came Zayrek. West Wind Blows joined by Zaki and heads it off now. Buckaroo made a line of 3. The race is on at the 350. A Tissue down the outside, and Duis is trying to get a run. Zaki in front, kicked a length in front. A Tissue coming at Zaki though. A Tissue moves up to Zaki, Buckaroo, and then came Duis, who's trying to come on, but a Tissue sprints away. 100 metres to go. 2 lengths in front of Zaki, and then Duis, but it's a Tissue. J-Mac again. A Tissue wins. Second Duis. Third Young Verter. Photo 4, Zaki, Buckaroo, then We Tour, followed by Prowess, West Wind Blows, Montefilia, Zayrek markers.
The Empire Rose has proven to be the superior form line on Champions Day. Pride of Jenny, McDonald. They take out the Tab Champion Stakes.
Well, it was a spectacular performance in defeat from a Tissue last Saturday, and she proves just how big that run was by going on to win and win decisively in the Tab.
A hallmark of his couple of runs in Australia, but Jamie Spencer didn't do anything different that he hasn't done in his past 2 starts. He likes to get the tempo rolling. He wanted to
run on this is West Wind Blows. After missing the start, the first section they're going 5 lengths faster than average. So he's had to do work on a fast speed, and then he's had nothing left at the finish of the race. So
A Tissue coming at Zaki, though. A Tissue moves up to Zaki, Buckaroo, and then came Jewis, who's trying to come on. But A Tissue sprints away. 100 metres to go. 2 lengths in front of Zaki, and then Jewis. But it's A Tissue. J-Mac again. A Tissue wins. Second Jewis. Third Young
Group
Bird.
185 for J-Mac, and A Tissue repeats the dose of her victory this track and trip this day last year in the Matriarch, but obviously lifting the bar significantly, going from the Group 2 for the mares into the Group 1 at Wait for Age. Her second Group 1, of course, after winning the Queen of the Turf earlier in the year. A lot of the time. Jewis has now stacked together a career that has been consistent across a number of seasons. She's run 4th in a glittering edition of a Cox Plate, and maybe with a little bit more luck would have finished closer. And second yesterday in Damien Oliver's final Flemington Cup Carnival Group 1 is... It's a solid preparation. It's just interesting to go.
Previous race. Now our attention turns to the Group 1 Sir Rupert Clarke Stakes, and while we saw 3 fillies in the pre, there's been money through the course of betting for many different horses in this race.
Bets in this race. Munamek, he's a little bit easy late because of his barrier, but
Asa can run really well. I can make a strong case for Ayrton.
Looked exceptional in the mounting yard. 11 on top for me, or 15, sorry, on top for me.
Consider the way that this track is racing, and there are plenty of different opinions out there. As a result, we're not really seeing one horse firm up being the clear one that the money is coming for. I mean, the one that probably is...
Well with Chain of Lightning, I Am Me, and also Cause for Concern is pushing up. Valana holding its position on the rails, and General Bow's on the improve with Magic Time 3 deep around Road to Arataki as General Bow takes the lead off the back from I Am Even, Zutori and Munamek. 700 to go. It's been frantic. Buffalo River on the outside of General Bow. A length and a quarter, I Am Me. 2 lengths, Chain of Lightning. A length away, Road to Arataki. Then came Cause for Concern. Magic Time sliding up 3 and 4 deep. 6 off the lead from Valana, Bandersnatch. Then came the Inferno, well back Ayrton Straight, Asa, Skew-If, Crosshaven, Munamek and Zutori. General Bow, Buffalo River with I Am Me, who strides up on the outside at the 250. Road to Arataki is running on. Magic Time the outside, then Cause for Concern. I Am Me at the 150, a length in front. Magic Time is digging in now under hands and heels. Takes the lead, Skew-If late, but it's Magic Time coming clear, a class act. Magic Time won it. I Am Me second. Straight Ace are up for third from Bandersnatch and Skew-If. Then Ayrton next to complete the...
She becomes the 13th mare to win the Rupert Clarke and does it in pretty slick fashion, stopping the clock at 122.51. I Am Me handles the...
She sat 3 wide without cover for the majority of the race in what has panned out to be the wrong part of the track. So this win had so much merit. She's a mare that can really take a lot of confidence from this going into the autumn, and given her running the Invitation was so good in the build up to this, I'd think Wait for Age, a CF4, a Futurity in the autumn would be something that you can aim her up at, because but it was also
in Sydney, Jake.
I feel like in time when we look at the honour roll for the Rupert Clarke, we'll be able to point to her and say Magic Time won this race. This is a good race, because when you look at a horse that's run such fast time, wide no cover, 1,400 metres against the pattern, that's the type of run to me that says that she can get the mile, and she's only had the 7 starts, so clearly she's got scope to do that.
I think the starting point in the speed is Overpass, and the second horse you need to think about is Man Crush, and the third horse you need to think about is Oscar's Fortune.
Holds them there. Racing now, though, Savatu Excel got out brilliantly, missing a triple missile and away very smartly. Overpass, quickly driving across for par. Man, 600 left to go. Savatu Excel, it's the Territorian who leads the Sydney sider. Overpass. Man Crush having to work out there 3 deep. Hot Zed beautifully placed down near the inside from Flying Missile. And then came the 3-year-old Oscar's Fortune, who's getting a beautiful drag into the race. My Bellarmé, the stablemate, cut the corner. Savatu Excel headed for home. Overpass, he's run right out to the middle of the track, but he's stormed to the lead. Overpass bounds away. Hot Zed into the clear. Oscar's Fortune runs on. It's Overpass. Oscar's Fortune trying valiantly, but he comes away, Overpass, and he wins it again. Overpass, more Baker's Delight in Perth. Wins from Oscar's Fortune, and Ripcord charging home the other 3-year-old. Right behind those Red Can Man, My Bellarmé and Hot Zed, followed.
Well, talk about taking a race by the scruff of the neck and owning it from the start to the finish. Josh Parr speared overpass out of the gates. He didn't care what led. He was happy to sit outside Sava to Excel. And the horse who has now won the Quokka and the Winterbottom, and who knows, I reckon he'll be back here to try and win the Quokka again in April.
And the best part about it is we've got a Group 1 against his name now. He's
Nick Ryan as well, trainer of Munamek, who'd legged up D. Oliver for his last ever race ride. Looking at the market, $5.50 the 3-year-old Ripcord, $5.50, and hasn't really moved all that much in the betting. We'll go to the very top, $5.50 for Munamek. So $6.50 in now, and there's a couple of waves of backing also. They're set for a start. The red light is on. The rush for gold is underway. Sava to Excel won the start. Comfort Me, Red Can Man away nicely. Oliver's going to go right back towards the tail end of the field though, with Munamek at the early stages to go. Over on the outside then, around the making ground is Comfort Me, working into it well, followed by Carly's Karma, Massimo and Ripcord about to let rip as they'd set sail for the judge, and Munamek is trying to weave his way through the field. Red Can Man took Sava to Excel. Ayrton under pressure. Comfort Me. Oliver's getting through with Munamek. Ripcord's coming down the outside. Comfort Me. Ripcord. It's Ripcord. Ripcord, and now Munamek. Munamek has got there. Oliver's got the run. The racing gods have spoken. It's gold, gold, gold at Ascot. Ollie goes out a winner in the Gold Rush. Second and third, Ripcord, Comfort Me, Bustler, Red Samo and Ripcord about to let rip as they'd set sail for the judge, and Munamek is trying to weave his way through the field. Red Can Man took Sava to Excel. Ayrton under pressure. Comfort Me. Oliver's getting through with Munamek. Ripcord's coming down the outside. Comfort Me. Ripcord. It's Ripcord. Ripcord, and now Munamek. Munamek has got there. Oliver's got the run. The racing gods have spoken. It's gold, gold, gold at Ascot. Ollie goes out a winner in the Gold Rush. Second and third, Ripcord, Comfort Me, Bustler, Red Can Karma. There will never be another day like it. Extraordinary. Munamek. Number 4, ridden by Damien Oliver for Nick Ryan, has won the Gold Rush. Second, 16, Ripcord, Clint Johnston Porter, 7, Comfort Me.